Yes, you beautiful people. Welcome to the best decision that you could have ever made this morning. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Good morning. Oh, firstly, before we do anything, take a deep breath and enjoy that thing called life inside of you. It's a midweek edition of your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we're going to gear up for Heritage Day. Yes, it's taking place this Sunday, and we're going to be exploring all the delectable cuisine of Cape Malay cooking. We've got Titi and Nana in the Culinary hotline. It's going to be absolutely special. This one's hitting home for me, and I know a lot of you South Africans out there watching this are going to absolutely love it. Your belly is going to die for this one. Now, on top of that, we're also going to be exploring the art of traditional African beading, and that's with co-founder of Monkey Biz. I'm talking about Matapelo Ngaka Mtati. Yes, and apparently the position of the beads and the colors are all having a particular meaning. So let's find out more about this and maybe even create our own feel-good breakfast show edition of these beautiful beans. And then we're moving over from that to entertainment, and it's coming in no form other than Mujai George ahead of the Let's Get It On event. It's happening this weekend. Yes, so much to look forward to, obviously, on top of Heritage Day. So we're bringing awareness through this incredible event, and it's bringing awareness for Down syndrome kids. So an incredible cause, and especially if you're taking the next 3 hours seriously, because, oh, you're going to have a beautiful ride in Mzansi. It's the middle of the week, but it's going to feel like Friday. Why? Because not only myself, but this next man is absolutely geared up to say good morning to your beautiful face. Wow, G-Man.
And my face is here, just in case you were taking this morning too seriously, okay? We'll take the edge off. Absolutely love connecting with you. I missed you yesterday, buddy. It looked like an amazing show. So good to be connecting around one of my favorite topics, food, because it's the best way to discover a culture. In fact, discovering Cape Malay culture for me started with the cooking here in Cape Town, and it gave me a roadmap to discover culture across the world. Start with the food. So within this unbelievably diverse South African culture of food, obviously those food dishes speak to us, to the people, to discovering more about ourselves, about our family history. We've got generational cooks, and today we want to hear from you. How does that land in your family? What are you most proud of? What is your favorite dish? How do you express culture through your food? 063-408-8863 is the number to use if you want to chew on any of the gristle this morning. We absolutely love connecting with you, but there's going to be some delicious food. But before we get cooking, let's get into yesterday's news and sporting headlines.
Thank you so much, She-Man. Yes, let's start off with official duties and national headlines first. Now, the Department of Tourism has welcomed the increase in domestic tourism in the country. Now, there's been a 70% increase in some local and international visits since 2022. And the department says the sector has created some 1 million jobs since 2021. Now, the Minister of Tourism, Patricia de Lille, launched the summer season campaign at the Papala Nature Reserve in the Eastern Cape, which has seen a boost of some 5.8 million domestic travelers in the year 2022. Well, exciting stuff indeed, and we look for those numbers to increase. But carrying on with the national headlines right now, the Health Professions Council says doctors trained abroad will next month be able to take the exams of the Medical Council, enabling them to practice in South Africa. Now, some 250 junior doctors who received training in countries such as China, Italy, Mauritius, and Russia recently held a protest at the Health Professions Council's office in Pretoria, demanding a date for these exams. Now, the council's registrar, Magoma Masike, said the academic examination would take place in October and the practical exam in December. Well, let's head over from national news to international headlines. Now, a Libyan minister has asked journalists in the devastated city of Derna to leave the area where heavy rain last week smashed 2 dams and caused catastrophic flooding. Now, the journalists are accused of complicating the work of rescue teams, and the present death toll stands at some 4,000 after earlier reports that more than 11,000 people probably died in the floods. Now, protests occurred in Libya yesterday after numerous residents laid the blame for the disaster at the door of a previous mayor. Now, they claim a contract to repair the dams was never completed. Well, carrying on with international headlines, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi says his cabinet has approved a bill that allocates 1/3 of the seats in the lower house of parliament and in the legislative assemblies of the respective states to women. Now, Modi's proposal during a special session of Parliament comes 8 months before the general election in May 2024. Now, the bill must be approved by Parliament and the Council of States before it can take effect. Now, women make up almost half of India's 950 million registered voters, but only 15% of Parliament and about 10% of legislatures in the country's 28 states. Well, carrying on with the headlines right now, and something very exciting for South Africans, the Afrikaans Cultural Organization, otherwise known as the ATKV, has announced that its annual award for reading promotions this year goes to the Loxton Mobile Library in Vrygrond on the Cape Flats. Now, this mobile library, known as the Children's Book Machine, was founded in 2020 during the pandemic. Now, the founder, 22-year-old Lita Sam, saw the need to promote the wellness, or mental health, and well-being of children in the community. Now, he decided to achieve this by improving their vocabulary, literacy, and life skills, as well as developing into a love for reading. Now, the library focuses on children between the ages of 3 and 13 and serves more than 300 weekly. Oh, I absolutely love this, and I'm sure you're going to love the rest of the headlines. Here's the G-Man with the latest when it comes to all things sport.
Thank you so much, Royal. I think trying to keep a beat on Rassie and Jacques at the moment is every journalist's favorite game. Let's start with rugby, and in a bold move, Springbok coach Jacques Niraba has orchestrated a major overhaul yet again ahead of their clash with Ireland in the Rugby World Cup, an essential clash in our group. 13 changes and a forward-focused bench once again. So the team aiming to continue its dominance up front and still give the freedom to those exciting backline players. So 9 players return to the starting lineup after the 76-0 victory against Romania, while 4 others now join the 15 for the crucial Pool B encounter. So Bongi Mbonambi and Damian Willemse retain their spots, with Stephen Kitsoff, Frans Malherbe, Jasper Visser and Jesse Creel making notable shifts from the bench. Massive impact. The lineup closely mirrors the victorious Scotland encounter, except for Mbonambi replacing the injured Malcolm Marx, obviously, at hooker. Then let's turn to the ladies' game right now, and in challenging weather conditions, the Springbok women displayed some resilience to secure a 22-17 victory over a very determined San Clemente Rhinos at the False Bay Rugby Club in Cape Town. So despite building a 22-3 lead, they faced a fierce second-half comeback, relying heavily on their steadfast defence, and it stood up. And the team struggled with discipline, though, earning 3 yellow cards in the process and encountering multiple handling errors and penalties in the latter half. I think the weather really coming to bear. Up next, they'll take on the Barbarians team at Athlone Stadium on Saturday. If you can get there, it is thrilling. Make a plan. Now, speaking of making a plan, there is a particular batter looking to do that ahead of the World Cup. England's batter Joe Root is set to take on Ireland in the one-day international series opener this coming Wednesday. So Root's decision to participate is driven by his desire for extra practice before the upcoming World Cup, as I said. As the only member of that World Cup squad in this match, Root requested to be included in the squad, aiming to rediscover his form after what must have been a challenging series against New Zealand. In fact, in those matches, managed only 39 runs across 4 innings, very much off his pace. The concern of England's World Cup defence in India commencing on October the 5th, just around the corner. It's worth noting that England will face New Zealand in that World Cup opener in Ahmedabad. Now we turn to high-stakes football and their Group G opening match at the Etihad. Manchester City showed their resilience as well as they came from behind to defeat Red Star Belgrade 3-1. Julian Alvarez was the star with a brace, and a goal by Osman Bukhari had initially stunned them, but Alvarez quickly restored parity, capitalising on Erling Haaland's assist. Then a goalkeeping error by Red Star's Omri Glazer, gifting Alvarez another opportunity, and he certainly sealed the deal. And then Rodri happened to seal the victory with a clinical finish, extending City's remarkable 19-game winning streak at home across all competitions, and we've barely gotten started. Just be scared. Well, that's where we leave our sport for this hour of the show. There's been some insane weather to try to track right now, so some weather warnings and an update on the way with Raul right now.
Yeah, thank you, G-Man. Yes, lots of warnings coming through this morning when we're reporting on weather news, and with the devastating consequences of the strong spring tide in recent days still very much in everyone's minds, the SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 1 warning for damaging waves that can be expected between Cape Point and Port Alfred, subsiding west of Plettenberg Bay in the afternoon and resulting in localized disruption of beachfront activities and small vessels at risk of taking in water and capsizing. Now, the Weather Service has also warned of extremely high fire danger conditions over the John Taulu Gatsewe District Municipality of the Northern Cape, the Moses Kotana Local Municipality of Northwest, the Tabazimbi, Mokgopong, Mogalakwena, and Lepele and Kumpi Local Municipalities of Limpopo Province, as well as the Pongolo Local Municipality of KwaZulu-Natal. Well, from our weather news, let's dive into those temperatures and see what we can expect for the day. Starting off in Polokwane, the day starting at a low of 14 up to a high of 32 degrees. Mobela sees the day starting at 15 up to a nice warm 35 degrees. Pretoria from 13, you move up to a moderately warm 30. And Johannesburg, much the same from 12, you move up to a high of 28 degrees Celsius. Over in Mahikeng, it looks like the sun keeps shining from 19 up to 31 degrees. Klerksdorp, much the same from 8 up to a max of 29. Kimberley, 6 is your low, moving up to a nice warm 28 degrees, and much the same from Bloemfontein. Polarities from 1 degree up to a max of 28 degrees Celsius. Over on the coast now and over to Richards Bay, it looks like the sunny skies continue from 15, you move up to 27 degrees. Pietermaritzburg, however, brings the rain from 11 up to 29. Durban, much the same with the wet conditions from 18 up to 24. And Mthatha, 10 degrees to start your day up to a max of 25 degrees Celsius. Carrying on around the coast and over to East London, it looks like the day starting at a low of 12 up to only a moderate 21 degrees. Cradock brings sunnier conditions from 8 up to a nice warm 27. GQ Gqeberha from 9 up to a high of only 20. And George, 10 to start the day up to moderate 18 degrees for your maximum. Around the city of Cape Town and keeping on with the coastline, it looks like the day starts at 13 and only moving up to a moderate 17 for your max. Worcester sees the day starting at 7 up to 19. Sutherland, a very chilly start of 4 up to only 16 degrees. And Uppington from 8 up to a nice warm 27 degrees Celsius. Well, we've seen the weather. Well, let's see what it actually looks like and look at those sunrise views sent in by you, Mzansi. And I can't wait for this one. Starting us off this morning, we've got Mary Ann in Riversdale who sent in her view of the sun setting the sky ablaze with fiery red hues. Look at that. Oh, it looks incredible indeed, like a dream instead. And we've got another one coming through from Ken in Kaimouth, sharing a gorgeous view overlooking the ocean. Absolutely captivating. Look at all of that in that shot. A beautiful one indeed. And then Samuel Theron from Cape Town comes to next, sent in his sunrise of the sky cascaded with pillowy clouds and bright orange tones. Oh, it's like a line of fire out there. And then we've got Shumia in GQ Gqeberha sent in her image of the sun on the rise from along the shore. Yes, please. What a beautiful sight. Anything with the sun in the ocean, I'm absolutely here for it. So Mzansi, keep it coming. We'll do it again in the next hour, and you can use the number 063 408 8863. For now, though, let's find out what else we can expect for the rest of this show.
Oh, thank you so much, brother. After those beautiful wake-up calls, yes, we might have missed a few things while we were sleeping. Ron and I are going to try to catch up on all of the latest news that you might have missed out on as well. Then we've got two of the greatest exponents of Cape Malay cooking in the world probably joining us for our culinary hotline. Bling! Zing, zing, zing! Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much for being here. Time to get all excited, even more excited than we always are. The Springboks in blue and white. Hang on a minute. South Africa's World Cup rugby match against Ireland in Paris on Saturday night. Kickoff at 9 p.m. SA time. It's going to be a big one. Yeah. It's pretty much as big as they come. The incumbent, I think the best team in the world, and of course the reigning champions. What more could you ask for? Now, the Irish have been down on their luck in the World Cup matches in the past, but this time round, things are looking a wee bit different. The lads in emerald green jerseys have won 11 internationals on the trot and are now rated, obviously, as the #1 team in the world, as I said, having of late notched up some fantastic wins against top teams, including, of course, the All Blacks, a series win in the land of the long silver cloud. That isn't easily done, my friend. Then, of course, the French and, of course, the Boks.
It's a huge list,
They seem to have our number, man.
It's a huge list.
To put it mildly, but they are amazing.
Yeah, look, man, the Irish literally are. And they're going to be facing the Boks in the white jersey and not in the awesome familiar green and gold. Now, the Irish have the privilege of wearing their emerald greens as they are the present #1 team in the world. So that's why they get dibs on the color of choice. But
at least they gave us a reason, dude.
Yeah, at least they gave us a reason, man. And look, I know some of the old school guys are so stuck to the green and gold, but if you actually look around and you ask anybody, it doesn't actually matter at the end of the day. As long as that Springbok emblem's
home and
on the
away,
jersey.
and it's, man. And in footy, we get as excited about the away kit as we do about the local.
We do.
I don't mind that at all. And there have been some considerable and very serious discussions about this matter. And the South African Director of Rugby, Rassie Erasmus, says that the older generation yearns for the green and gold, understandably, but the younger crowd probably don't really care as much as long as the Boks come up trumps. They want to see the players, they want to see them play well. Yeah, now Rassie pointed out that the Bok emblem is on the jersey, and that's all that counts. So clearly, this is what only matters. The boys are backing it, the boys are behind it, and the boys are bringing the gears, and we are backing them nonetheless. So this is what is the most important thing about this. But the news carries on, right? From ruggers, we move over to something that I've been dying to find out about. All this NASA news, UFO, extraterrestrials, man, it's going crazy. Let me tell you about this, and especially this one story where I heard there was like this crazy little mummified skeleton that they actually found, and they were going to do an autopsy on that. I've been waiting for the latest, but so much conspiracy, bruh. Well, I mean, they led well. Okay, so NASA's independent study, their team have released its highly anticipated report on UFOs a few days ago and basically found no evidence that reported observations of actual extraterrestrials, despite the amount of conspiracy theory information and material going around. So UFOs are now characterized by the US government as UAPs, or unidentified anomalous phenomena. Okay, so it's not so much like it's a flying thing that we don't know. Now it's just something that we don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think that's made it any
Doesn't make it better.
Yeah, but of course, there have been the releases of these mummies found in Mexico. And the same week NASA's report came out, Mexican lawmakers were shown by a journalist, Jamie Musan, two tiny, supposedly 1,000-year-old bodies that he claimed were the remains of non-human beings. Now, scientists have called this claim fraudulent and say that the mummies may have been looted from grave sites in Peru and assembled from human and animal bones.
Yeah, now this is the latest that I heard, but check this out, bro. This has just come in now. The reports are now saying that Mexican doctors have actually carried out a series of lab studies and found that two alleged non-human alien corpses each belonged to a single skeleton and were not assembled. The plot thickens.
Yeah, what does
this mean? So it's definitely not something that's been created by humans, potentially. This is something we actually have no idea about, bro. This is real. It's crazy.
It's marsupials. It's marsupials taking over the earth. So spearheaded by a journalist and UFA researcher who's now become world famous, Jamie Musan, the mummified specimens were displayed in glass cases as part of an official unveiling at Mexico's Congress, as I said last week, in a hearing that stirred obviously a massive amount of excitement amongst UFO enthusiasts. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever get the full
That's
story.
what I'm thinking, man. It's just going to be all these plausibilities, all these potentials, but
Hookbait, unfortunately, is going to take it in a completely different, because everyone now is going to be driven by the sensationalized elements of the story. So I would say maybe believe the fourth story that you read in this case, but do some diving. Let us know if you know more about this than we do. Please let us know. I want a scientist to come on the show and tell us all about it. But right now, let's fill our bellies with some of the coolest food you are ever going to find on the planet. This is our heritage, and it's the Culinary Hotline.
Africa. It's Wednesday. We're in the kitchen. The phone lines are open, which must mean it's the Culinary Hotline Bling! And it's a very exciting morning this morning. We have social media and cooking celebrities in the kitchen this morning, kicking off our amazing Heritage Day celebration this Wednesday. We have Asba and we have Najwa in the kitchen. You might know them as Titi and Nana. Welcome to the kitchen. Woo! I said welcome to the kitchen. Let's just talk about the amazingness that's about to happen today. We're making a dish that's got you over 1.7 million views on TikTok. Oh my goodness, and it's one that's very close to our heart. We're making a butter chicken this morning.
Yes.
And the reason that the crowd in the background was very quiet and nervous because they're all trying to fight for who's gonna actually get to taste this morning. The chosen few will be selected. We'll let you know who you are. But first, welcome to the kitchen.
Dank je, baie dankie.
Thank you for traveling all the way from Strand this morning. I know you must have left yesterday to get here today. Thank you, I appreciate it. We're making a delicious butter chicken, but I'm seeing a very important step. That's something that I do at home that you've done today. Your chicken's already marinated.
Yes.
Can I ask you to tell us about the chicken, please?
Ons marinate altyd die chicken voor die tyd. Hier kom garam masala in, chili powder, turmeric en plain yogurt. En dat ons het oorstaan, so voor ons het gaan gebruik.
And then you've used chicken breast today, am I
Yeah.
right? That's great because chicken breast goes dry very quickly. If you're doing that, it just takes in all the flavor, all that moisture, and the chicken breast does not dry out because, I mean, a butter chicken with dried chicken. Yo, sad. Okay, I'm gonna let you take over and I'm gonna come around this side because today I'm gonna take a break. I'm in my element today. So you can go ahead and start cooking and then what are you gonna do first? Are you going to start off with the base of your flavors?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna pass on to you. You tell me what you need. And while we're
butter, the
doing
oil.
that, I've got to ask,
The onions.
what made you start the social media account, or who helped you start the social media account?
Ubaid,
Ubaid
die jongste seun.
is your youngest son.
Yeah.
We need to see a picture of Ubaid. Where is Ubaid? Ubaid is currently on his phone taking pictures of us. We'll get you a picture of Ubaid. Ubaid, give us a smile. Put your phone down. There we go. That's Ubaid over there. I think Ubaid needs a hand as well for starting this amazing sensation. Thank you, Ubaid. Okay, so I'm going to let you go on with the cooking. I've got to ask, so what was the social media, kicking it off? You never done it before. What was it like?
Hectic.
You said that in sync. Okay, we've got to cook as we talk. So,
Yes.
I mean, obviously, Ubaid gave you cues on how to make things happen. Did you expect it to become so successful in South African icons now?
Glad nie.
But I mean, look at you. You've done not just you've been on TV for quite a bit now,
Yes.
and now you've become regular celebrities. Do you get stopped in public?
Ja,
Ja, baie.
And what's the first question people ask you when they see you in public?
They want a photo.
It's when they want a photo, and I mean, you got to put on that smile and always get in the
Oh,
photo.
elke dag.
Ik
elke
geniet
dag.
het.
You love
Ik geniet
it?
het.
Do you not like it so much?
Zij gaan altijd om me draaien.
Oh my
Is
goodness.
dat Nana? Dan zie ik, ja, is Nana, is Nana.
It comes with the
Daar roept sy my
territory.
na sê, kom, die mense wil foto's vat.
No, you have to. It comes with it. You're celebrities now. You have to do it. Let me get that heat up for you.
Yes.
Okay, so onions go in, and then what goes in after our onions?
Tomato and ginger and garlic.
Now, I need the truth. Do you ever get a takeaway curry at home? Because people ask me that all the time, and they think because I'm a chef, I don't ever go to takeaways or anything. But do you ever get a takeaway curry?
Ja.
You do, but you scrutinize it, and you're like, checking spices right, meat
Yeah.
right, everything.
Ja,
Elke keer, al die tyd.
I
maar
feel you.
Kerry is, maak ons by die huis.
Exactly.
Ek is nie ene vir curry buite nie. Nie by 'n takeaway of 'n... Want ek dink ons maak die beste curry.
What are the
Curry
chan-
is een van my favourite disse om te maak.
So if you're saying you make the best curry, what are the chances that one day you'll actually open up your own establishment? Titis and Nanas. Titis and Nanas, is het lekker? Yo! Wow!
Maar ons dink ons is 'n bietjie
Ons is nog 'n bietjie te oud vir daai man.
vir dit.
Who said that? South Africa, if you honestly believe that Titi and Nana, they're saying they passed that point they can't open a restaurant. If you think they should and they can, let us know on social media, please. Also on social media and on WhatsApp, please send us a voice note, send us a message. If you have any questions for Titi and Nana this morning, our WhatsApp number is 064 408 8863. Yeah? Send us those voice notes, please. Any questions you have for myself, or Titi and Nana. So the aromatics are in the pan. Things are looking really good. And now we're going to talk about the chicken. So we said we've marinated the chicken. This is something you can do a day ahead, or would you say, so it's perfectly fine, which is great because butter chicken sometimes can be a lengthy process. If you can skip that step and do the day before, it's a lot easier. Okay, things are looking good. Things are looking amazing. My next question, we must see who's going to... Can you answer this question? How do you decide who's the head chef of the kitchen? But as I'm saying that, I'm seeing the two of you working in sync. How does it work? Are you often cooking together in the kitchen? Or when you're cooking, do you like having the pots to yourself?
Ja, kyk as ek kook, né? Dan is sy by die week. Dan maak ek net wat ek wil.
And vice versa?
Ja.
And then when you get home, and do you also like give feedback on the food that you've tasted for the day?
Ja, maar pro altyd reg.
Of course it does. I mean,
Well, Tetri.
over 1.7 million views, the food's gotta taste really good. Okay, so into the pan, we've got our onions that went in, garlic, ginger. We've got some green chili and red chili.
Ja.
And then,
Stars, aniseed stars en cardamom.
and is that a bay leaf? Yes, and there's a bay leaf in
Yes.
there as well. People think the leaves that they add to the curry has to be curry leaves. You don't often see bay leaves. You're supposed to put bay leaves in your curry. Bay leaves and curry leaves as well, but bay leaves I find are like amazing in a curry.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be very honest, South Africa, it's not about the flavor you get from bay leaves. So I'm gonna go and do the research and find out why bay leaves are so amazing, especially in curries. That's smelling amazing. In we go with our tomatoes. Oh, that is smelling so good. At home, would we cook this until the onions are like brown? Or do you want to keep it translucent?
Yes.
Just until it's translucent.
Net so bietjie geel.
Tomatoes go
Jy moet
in.
net so bietjie geel.
Ons kan hom nou 'n bietjie toemaak. 'n Klein bietjie.
Ah.
South Africa, it is smelling absolutely amazing. Don't forget, if you want to send us your voice notes, send them to 064 408 8863. Oh, this is smelling amazing. So that's going to simmer away. Then the chicken's going to join in a bit. Am I right?
Ja, sy gaan net gou green pepper ingooi.
Green pepper. I've never added green pepper to it, but now I understand why. That citrusy flavor would be absolutely amazing. Oh. Okay. This is looking so good. When does the tomato paste go in?
Ja, last.
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 Perfect. And then I see the cream over here that's going to finish it off for us. So South Africa, while we are busy wrapping this up, we're going to be back and we're going to finish up this amazing dish. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ching, ching.
Oh, yes, you can see I'm so excited for this one, and the excitement does not stop. Obviously, we're diving back in the kitchen and solving some more culinary conundrums, bringing that beautiful Cape Malay infusion to our meals, and something special, that's something that is obviously on everyone's lips, especially since the Springbok Rugby jersey has been changed. We're talking about sign language, and we're talking about how we can say hello in all the incredible languages we have in South Africa, and sign language included. On top of this, oh, there's so much entertainment to look forward to in Zanzi. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just a bit.
What makes your bestie your bestie? Share the funniest or most heartwarming story of the moment your friend became your ride or die, and you could win one of 4 cash prizes of 10,000 Rand each in the Sky Washing Powder Friendship Challenge, this 19th to 25th September on Expresso. WhatsApp your voice note to 069 201 5794 and get set to win big with Sky Washing Powder. T's and C's on skywash.co.za.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. We are celebrating our heritage in as many ways as we possibly can right now. We're talking about the South Africa today. That's what we want to connect to. When you communicate with someone in their mother tongue, it is a sign of respect, first off, as well as a very good starting point for deeper connections.
Oh, 100%. And now in South Africa, we are lucky to have a rich tapestry of 12 different cultures and languages to explore. So what better way to celebrate Heritage Month than to learn how to greet your neighbor in their own language? Why have we not done this sooner?
Yeah, and this is colloquial. We are going with kind of the best first step. So we are both learning here, so please excuse our pronunciation if we don't quite nail it.
Yeah.
We are learning. If you want to correct us, please feel free to do that. If you want to give us great suggestions, we'd love to hear from you as well. So we're going to start with isiZulu, and our first stop is the Zulu Nation. We absolutely love this language and everything that comes with it. The power, the most widely spoken language in our country, believe it or not, in terms of geography, which is beautiful. Now, speaking to the hearts of nearly a quarter of the nation. This is our heart and soul here, I think. It's the most favored language in KZN, KwaZulu-Natal, obviously.
of course.
With the legendary King Shaka Zulu being an icon for the Zulu people. And in isiZulu, we say hello by saying, Sawubona.
Sawubona. I love that. Oh, okay, well, it doesn't stop there. Let's
First stop.
move over to the next one. We're talking about isiXhosa. Now, next up, isiXhosa, the most widely spoken language in the Eastern Cape and the second most spoken language in the country. And it's also the mother tongue of our late statesman, Tata Nelson Mandela. Here's a fun fact as well. It was also the language used for the epic superhero movie Black Panther. And that's thanks to South African actor John Carney, who is also isiXhosa. Now, to say hello, we say Molo. Nice and easy. Yeah, Molo.
We love it.
that. Yeah.
I don't know why I got given the Afrikaans one, but I'll take it, man. Obviously, Afrikaans evolved from Dutch and then arrived here in the 1600s. It now stands alone in its heritage and its language and nuance. It didn't stop there. It borrowed a pinch of English, some other European languages, and in Afrikaans, we say...
Hello.
It's that simple, man. I absolutely love it.
Now, here's another one, and it's something that I think is so awesome, and this is something that I think should be encouraged in schools from such a young age. South African Sign Language, otherwise known as SASL, was recently put into law as South Africa's 12th official language. Yes, please. Now, it's a great step towards more inclusivity for our different abled brothers and sisters. So, how do we say hello in sign language, G? There's two options. Obviously, we can go hello or hello. Yeah, hope we got that right. Let's check it out on the board. I think it's already played. Oh, yeah, we nailed that one.
Hello.
And I think definitely have a smile on your face when you do that
definitely.
too.
And we've been learning through our journey in sign language as well that your facial expression kind of provides the inflection as your language would in that sense. So learn the nuance. It'll take you so far. Then, of course, we have ye olde English, good old
Hey,
English.
old lad.
Well, not everyone's first language. I think it is the language that is most commonly used in our schools, obviously, at the moment, and certainly in businesses, able to connect across different lines. And I think it's the most globally connected language at the moment. Not the most spoken, but the most connected, I think. And of course, how you say hello in English is hello.
Hello. Nice and easy. Look, it doesn't stop there. We've got another one here, Sepedi, also known as Lesotho or Saleboa. Some folks consider Sepedi a cousin of Sesotho Saleboa. Now, Sepedi's got its roots planted firmly in the province of Limpopo and is one of South Africa's big talkers. Now, in Sepedi, we say it like this. I think it's Dumela, and that's to one person, but if it's to many people, then you say Dumaleng.
Dumaleng.
Yeah, Dumalang. Yeah. I think I got that correct. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Mzansi, let us know if you have any other crazy ways to maybe say hello that we don't even know about, I guess.
Completely.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, and especially if it speaks to your region, your area. We know everyone's got their own way of doing things. We are going to continue to explore our beautiful culture, and I think there's one way that connects all of us as well, raga.
Oh, yeah.
So we are finding out things about one of our favorite players here that we didn't know, and we are very invested. So we thought, let's share a little bit of that information. We may be on a whole other continent, but that does not stop us from getting to know more about our favorite players right now. Of course, participating, going to battle in the 2023 Rugby World Cup, brought to you by the very proud sponsors, Total Energies. And our player profile for this beautiful Wednesday morning is none other than South African hooker. He's had to step up as the main guy, Bongi Mbonambi. Rugby, hailing all the way from Bethlehem. And obviously a South African-born lad, born in 1991.
Oh, yes, but let's dive. Yeah, it's crazy, but let's dive straight into the... I can't believe he's actually that age. What?
Yeah.
I feel old now, but let's dive into this man's early life and education. Sorry, that threw me off completely. I had no idea. Now, his love for rugby was developed at an early age, and he was also noted to be a promising player for the combination of his hard work and dedication to the game with incredible talent. Now, after an unmatched performance for the Baby Box in 2011, Bongi became a force as a hooker. He is also amongst the alumni of China University College. But it doesn't stop there.
Nope, of course, he had to climb the ranks, and his outstanding performance for both the national side and in the URC for the Blue Bulls, the Stormers and the Sharks has named him as one of the best hookers in the world right now. He is a force, and he made his first youth debut at the age of 16 years old at the Griffins back in 2007 before being picked up by the Bulls in that same year, and they jumped at the opportunity. And then he also got into some varsity football and really made his mark on the scene at UP and TUT.
Wow, insane stuff. Now, after this, he transitioned into professional realms. Yes, Bongi made his first professional debut in the senior Bulls team in 2012 and has since followed a victorious path of success by making his mark in the Currie Cup, the Super Rugby champs, the URC, and in 2016 with his first international cap. Now, Bongi has shown time and time again he is an absolute force to be reckoned with the title of the Tank, and is crucial in moments of scrum and throw-ins and all the breakdowns everywhere.
Yeah, and now he has to become a fetcher as well, and a runner and everything else, because Malcolm Marx isn't in the space, and he's just clicked into that role, even as one of our standing captains.
Yeah.
He has embraced that. Now, the excitement of the 2023 Rugby World Cup is undoubtedly bringing us together in the most incredible way. So, if you can, head over to a Total Energy service station and do yourself the favor of starting to earn club points when you fuel up or top up on snacks. There is so much to get back, and it's obviously it makes a lot of sense to get you ready for the big game between Italy and Uruguay, which is happening today. And I call it a big game because it's an opportunity to watch rugby and go and get snacks and earn points in the same process.
I'm here for that.
So yes, I know I call every game a big game, but you understand my rationale. It does make a lot of sense. So when you look at that beautiful encounter, Italy with so much to prove in their group, they've got to win this one, and they can have a shot of going through to the knockouts, which is amazing. And Uruguay have shown what they can do as one of those hoodoo sides. For someone, I think a team that everyone had written off, they've shown they've got that mettle. So who's going to take it tonight? Is it going to be the minnow? Is this Italy's chance for greatness to end up in the top of their group? We will find out this evening, but make sure, most importantly, you get your goodies at Total Energies.
Just like in rugby, it's uniting our energies that helps us move forward.
Just because we are loving it so much and we want to expand our knowledge base as much as we can, we're going to continue looking at just cool ways of saying hello in our official 12 languages.
Oh, yeah, and it doesn't stop there because we're diving back in the kitchen. The culinary conundrums continue, yes. And we've got two beautiful souls serving us dishes that are bringing us back to heart, back to home, and back to all the good vibes. Don't go anywhere.
Crouch, touch, but don't you dare pause. Because when you buy any of our favorite Clover products, keep the till slip handy and catch the Expresso breakfast show every weekday morning for more details on how to enter. While the Boks are battling for rugby's greatest prize, you can win your share of 80,000 rands worth of Weber Braais. So engage and win with rugby's greatest moments, brought to you with love by Clover.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us as we just revel in our heritage. And we know Heritage Day is one day that gets, yes, commercialized, but around that is an opportunity to learn so much about ourselves. And it starts with how we just connect and greet each other. Greet our fellow South African brothers and sisters, of course, in our 12 official languages. So we thought we'd continue on that journey. And again, I've got a disclaimer here. We are learning, so please, if you want to correct us, show us the better way, post videos about this on your own platform, do it. That's the whole point of this. We need to learn. So now we move on to Setswana.
Yeah, so we've gone into 6 official languages already, and we're on to number 7. We're talking about Setswana, the language of the Northwest Province, and our friends in Botswana. Now, Setswana is like a linguistic cousin in the Sotho-Tswana subfamily, hanging out with Sotho and Sepedi.
Brilliant.
I love that. Now, also, to do this, we can say the following. If it's for a singular, you say dumela, and if it's for many people, you say dumelang. All right, dumela or dumelang if it's a group of people.
Or dumelang. Yeah, I'm now beginning to understand why a lot of people just go through all 12 when you start, because the nuances are quite different.
Yeah.
Now we move on to Sesotho.
Oh, nice.
So let's take a trip to the Free State, where Sesotho is in the spotlight. This language shines in the northwest border of Lesotho, a place where Sesotho and English rule the linguistic kingdom.
Nice.
And we also say dumela to one or dumelang to me.
Right, so a nice commonality over there. So learning that one almost ticks 3 boxes when it comes to
100%.
addressing a language. But let's carry on. We're talking about Chitsonga or Chitsonga. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This starts with an X, so it always confuses me in our country because sometimes you pronounce it with a chi or sometimes it's a click. With this one, apparently it's Chitsonga. So heading northwest, we've got Chitsonga keeping us company along the South African-Mozambique border. And again, South Africa, please let me know if I'm getting this one correct. But it's like the unique gem in the Nguni Tsonga language subfamily. Now, to do this, I'm really not sure if I'm going to do this correctly, but I believe it is Avucheni or Avucheni. So it's really like that the X is pronounced without the K. It's like a ch. Right, so yeah, that's the one. I hope we're getting this right, Mzansi. That was a tricky one, but I'm loving the fact that we get to bring these languages to the forefront.
But in terms of protecting these gems, because they are so singular in their existence, I love this.
100%.
Now we move on to a heavy hitter. Siswati is our next language adventure. Another member of the Nguni family, and you'll find it mostly in Mpumalanga, just hanging out on the eastern border of the kingdom of Eswatini, or formerly Swaziland. And this one, relatively simple, sounds familiar, Sawubona, or Sanibonani, to the collective, to men. So to all of you guys, Sanibonani.
Yeah, now we carry on. Number 11, diving deep into this one. Now we're talking about Chivenda, and it's journeying into the land of Limpopo. And this is a special standalone language highlighted in the music scene thanks to the likes of Bakadzi. Yes, now in Chivenda, we say da for males, and or for females, we go so da and Very interesting stuff, very unique. This is something I don't hear too much of, and I'm hoping that that changes.
I'm just hoping this is going to bring about an enjoyment of the study of language when we discover how much there is to explore. And then we're going to round it off with our 12th official language, isiNdebele. Now, isiNdebele, also known as Southern Ndebele, is our final stop in the Nguni languages gang, hanging out mostly in Mpumalanga and, of course, up north in Gauteng. And in isiNdebele, we say, Lokjani Salibonani. So it's Lokjani or Salibonani or
Salibonani. Oh, nice stuff.
Love that. So again, thank you so much for bearing with us as we go through this, because we are learning, and I think we all need to embrace this. So if you would like to give us some tips on getting that inflection just right, or maybe some colloquial terms that will land a lot better, like how's it, as in a very South African greeting, I suggest you do it right now, but do it as you explore, I think, probably the best flavors in South Africa.
You're talking about a curry.
I'm talking about a curry. I'm talking about a Malay curry.
Bring it on!
Please.
Sure. You are missing the heat, the spice, the action in the kitchen, but you're back with us for part 2 of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ding, ding, ding! Now, I can't tell you the last time the kitchen has smelt this good. We added the chicken to our aromatics in the pan. Can you please do a reveal? Lift. Oh, can you show that camera that? Look at that butter chicken. How many people do you think that would feed?
Dat is mooi.
15 to 20.
How many? Lies. One me. That's how much it feeds. That looks so good. It's so amazing. I love it. The richness is there, and that's because we added a bit of cream to it. And that cream gave it that velvety color.
Die cream is nog niet in nie.
Oh, it's not in it. Okay, let's
cream
add
komt
the
laatste
cream.
in.
So, okay, so the
En
last
zout en-
step,
Zout en suiker.
Ja. Die
salt and
tomatenpaste
sugar.
is in.
Okay, tomato paste went in.
Zo, ik ben nu een beetje gaar kok.
Okay. Can
Is
we
nie meer lang nie, as hy reg.
fast forward and pretend we're at that part where the tomato paste is already cooked and we can add the salt and the
Yeah?
sugar?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Ah, it smells so good. And what's your best way to serve butter chicken? Is it with rice, roti, naan, all of
Ik
the
like
above?
het met rijst.
With, oh, I
Baie
get
lekker
it.
met
I
rice.
get it. It looks so good. Okay, so I am going to let you finish that up real quick. The other recipe we're making this morning is a masala steak. That's something that Cape Townians are very precious about. It has to be tender, it has to have the right amount of sauce and spice,
En hij moet zacht wees.
and it has to be soft. When you bite into a masala steak sandwich and that steak fights you, no. Okay, so let's talk about the masala steak. I see we've got all the aromatics here for the steak, masala steak. And we've also done a step that I've never seen before, which is the steak, to help get nice and soft, we actually simmered the steak first.
Yes.
That's an amazing, amazing trick. So we've got our steak that has been simmering. I'm going to put this on the heat salon. Let's talk about the aromatics that we need for the masala steak, which is our masala that we're going to make. Which is, we've got onions, green pepper, tomato. And tell me about the spices that you use for your masala steak.
Jeera. En dory. En zo roasted. Baie nice.
And this combination is your combination because if you search recipes online for masala steak sandwiches, you'll always find that the spices are different, which I love because that means you make the spice mix your own.
Yeah.
So you'll never find, the kitchen fairy has just been doing all the most. So you'll never,
Wat ons bij ons ma geleerd.
that's the spice combination that you learned and now you've taught it to South Africa. That's amazing. Okay, so let me be your chef. How can I help you with the masala steak? What is the first thing that we need to do?
Haspa?
Oh, this is yours. She's
Yeah.
so busy in the pot. Tell me about the masala steak. What do we do?
As jou steak nou is lekker sag is, né? Dan gooi ek my eie in. My tamatie, want tamatie maak ook sag.
Okay. Oh yes, the acid
Die
in
acid
it.
in die
Yeah.
tamatie maak ook sag. My green pepper gooi ek altyd in as die steak is amper gaar. As ek wil hê die green pepper moet so wegsmelt hê. Dan kom die green pepper in al sy masalas en dan moet jy net saam prut.
And what cut of steak did you use?
Ramstek.
A rump steak.
Tenderized.
A tenderized steak, which
Tenderized.
is that's amazing because you're not spending money on sirloin or any other cuts.
Tenderized steak is reg.
I love that. Okay, so let's get going. So you want the onions, you said? And again, we're only simmering. And what's in the water? Is it a little bit of salt?
Niks.
Just water and
water.
steak. And we're cooking it just until it's tender. I love that. Okay. And the reason I love this type of food is because you can cook it in bulk and you can freeze it. And the thing about curries, or when we add that tomato paste and the spices, it just tastes better the next day.
En ja, ek wil nou net sê curry is altyd lekker as dit oorgestaan is.
En in curry moet jou suiker en sout reg wees.
It's the
Sout
balance.
is baie belangrik in curry.
I agree. It doesn't matter how good your spice mix is. If you don't have enough salt, you're not going to taste anything.
Gaan nie reg staan.
The addition of sugar, would you say that's a Cape Town thing? We like a little bit of sweetness
Yeah.
in our curry. So that's a Cape Town thing.
Ja, dit is.
Durban, Joburg, the rest of South Africa, let us know, like, when it comes to curries, what's your heat level? And are you there for that touch of sweetness? I think it needs the sweetness. Especially when you're adding tomato or tomato paste.
Yeah.
Just that little bit of
Ja.
sweetness just to cut through that acidity. Okay, we lost one cook. Cook's back. Here we go. Okay, so let's have a look. Can we have a look at the butter chicken again?
Sure.
Oh, yes. I always say, you know that your spices and your tomato paste has done its job. When you start seeing that little bit of oil come to the surface, that's when you know that...
As jy genoeg tamatie ingooi, het jy nie nodig die mazina nie.
Okay,
Baie tamatie.
so the mazina is what we
optional
use
is.
just to thicken it.
Ja.
But if you've got enough of the tomato in there, you're fine.
Miskien nie nodig nie. Ja.
Okay,
Dan is mos nie lekker as butter chicken se sous deur sy rys val nie.
I agree. But for me, there's the part where it becomes too thick and then it's like a stew.
Nee,
No.
dan is het ook niet lekker.
It's got to just hold on the rice. And if you're going to use your hands, just so you can pick it up with your hands and you can still keep it there without it
Dus
falling.
hoekom hou ik dan van met een roti?
Because I agree, curry in your hands. Your hands will swallow the spices when you're done. Exactly. Okay, so let's chat about the steak. So the onions went in. What's next for you? What are we adding to the masala steak now? Are we gonna tomato? So we're gonna pretend the onions have cooked down.
Ja.
We're adding the tomato, and your spices you add at the end.
Nou, nee. Ik ga het nou doen als die tomaat is een beetje dier.
So in chef school, we were taught to always toast our spices first before we add stuff to the pot. But in Cape Malay cooking school, I always see the spices being added in layers almost.
Yeah.
So it'll come a little later and there'll be a little bit of garam masala at the end maybe. And like now, we're not adding the spices in the beginning, we're adding it now once we've actually softened the meat already. Okay, so let me pass those on to you. And we've already spoken about that spice mix.
Ja.
So besides the two of you, are there other cooks in the home? So it's just the two of you that own the kitchen?
Ja, die twee boys doen mos niks, hulle eet net.
They eat and they film for you?
Ja.
They've made you famous.
Maar waar is die
Byt dit by.
I love that. What can I get you?
Garlic and ginger.
Garlic and ginger? We're going to get someone to find you garlic and ginger. I love when we get guests in the kitchen and then they just do their thing. It's my best. Did you find some? We're going to get you some. We're going to get you some garlic and ginger in a second. So garlic and ginger goes in. The spices have already joined the mix and it is smelling amazing. The tip about boiling your meat first, that obviously takes up a lot of your cooking time already and it makes it a little easier and it reduces your cooking time. How long would that go once you've added your garlic and your ginger to the pot? Would it still cook for like an hour and a bit or a little less?
Dit hang af hoe jy daarvan hou, hoe jy van jou steak hou of...
But for this one,
Dit hang van jezelf af, ja.
okay, I'm going to actually ask, we've got one that we prepared a little earlier. I'm going to ask Nikki to grab that for us. And Nikki, it's in the back of it there. Nikki's going to bring that to us. The thing about masala steak is also the sauce that we spoke about.
Ja,
It
hy moet nie droog wees, ja.
It
Hy
can't,
moet glad nie droog wees, ja.
and that needs to be thick. Because if that, I mean, it's got a hole between a sandwich, it's got a hole as is over rice.
Of soos ons het doen in die roti.
We have a voice note, Glenn.
Oh, and we have a voice note. And the roti, yes. Guys, the kitchen today, it's just it's an open kitchen. You can make your way in. Talk about making your way in. We actually have a voice note from one of our viewers. Let's have a listen.
Morning, Expresso family and gorgeous ladies. I just want to know, I absolutely love curry. I come from Durban. I'm not very good at making it, but so what I do is buy masala from a local spice shop here, which comes from Durban. So what I want to know, the spices that you're using today, does that essentially make up a masala?
Can I answer that question? There we go. Got a yes. So masala basically does mean a mix, and you'll never find, unless you're buying it from a store or a place that specializes in spices that have their own signature blend, that's the way you're going to buy the same mix every single time. But you'll find that the mix differs between establishments and different homes. So the masala is all about you kind of finding your mix. It's a mixture of the things that you like. Decide if you want to add heat into there, if you want to add more aromatic spices. That's your signature. That's the best way to describe it. A masala is your signature, and it's about you playing around and finding the spice mix that works for you. Now, talking about the mix. Butter chicken is done. The masala steak is doing its thing. When we come back, we are eating. But what are we making in the last segment?
Roti.
We're making roti. We'll be right back with more Culinary Hotline Bling.
Only you can make my day.
This September on Expresso, celebrate Pharmacy Month by telling us who your favorite pharmacist is for the chance to win R1,000 cash each weekday with Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave. Check out the competition post on Expresso's social media pages. Tell us who your favorite pharmacist is and why, and include the hashtag sponsors of Brave to enter. T's and C's apply and can be found on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
We're just a few minutes late, but we are ready for the news right now. Mujahid has been warming up. He has warmed his voice up with 3 of the most difficult songs that you can sing. The performance is on the way after the news. Woohoo!
Cannot wait for that. But yes, it's perfect timing right now, 7 o'clock, and spot on for national headlines. First up now, the head of Special Investigation Unit, Andy Motibi, says the absence of necessary documents to substantiate allegations of state capture at the passenger rail agency, otherwise known as PRASA, prevents a full audit being conducted to determine losses. Now, this is related to the irregular contract of 578 million rand awarded to Royal Security. Now, Motibi said the employees of PRASA, who were responsible for the safekeeping of statements and documents, have since resigned. But this doesn't mean the matters will be discarded. Now, he said despite the obstacles, his team would continue to prosecute the culprits. Well, sticking to national headlines right now, the Department of Tourism has welcomed the increase in domestic tourism in the country. Now, there's been a 70% increase in some local and international visits since 2022, and the department says the sector has created some 1 million jobs since 2021. Now, the Minister of Tourism, Patricia de Lille, launched the summer season campaign at the Pabala Nature Reserve in the Eastern Cape, which has seen a boost of some 5.8 million domestic travelers in 2022. Absolutely love that. Wow, from national headlines, let's head over to international news. And the United Nations General Debate is underway in New York. Now, it opened with a frank assessment of the state of the world by the Secretary General, who warned member states that the world was becoming unhinged with geopolitical tensions rising and global challenges mounting. Now, Antonio Guterres warned that global governance was stuck in time, and he said, with a quote coming through saying, "Democracy is under threat. Inequalities are growing, hate speech is on the rise, and compromise has become a dirty word. Our world needs statesmanship, not gamesmanship and gridlock," unquote. Well, carrying on with international headlines, the Libyan minister has asked journalists in the devastated city of Derna to leave the area where heavy rain last week smashed 2 dams and caused catastrophic flooding. Now, the journalists are accused of complicating the work of rescue teams, and the present death toll stands at some 4,000. After early reports, more than 11,000 people probably died in the floods. But protests occurred in Libya yesterday after numerous residents laid the blame for the disaster at the door of a previous mayor. Now, they claim a contract to repair the dams was never completed. Interesting stuff. Well, carrying on the headlines right now, a zoo in the U.S. state of Florida has announced the hatching of 6 Komodo dragons. Yeah, an endangered species that has been around for millions of years and is known as the world's largest lizards. Some grow to 3 meters in length and weigh more than 140 kilograms. Now, Zoo Tampa said the hatching of the 3 female and 3 male babies mark an important milestone in the conservation of species native to Indonesia. Now, the new baby Komodo dragons will be behind the scenes, adapting and growing before meeting the public later this year. But beware, Komodo dragons are lethal predators with their powerful legs, jagged shark-like teeth, and venomous bite. Oh. Well, on that note, I'll leave you with the rest of the headlines. Let's bite into all things sport, and here's G-Man with the latest.
Thank you so much. Well, let's start with some apex predators of our own in rugby. A bold move from Springbok coach Jacques Nienaber has orchestrated a major overhaul ahead of their clash with Ireland in the Rugby World Cup, a massive one this weekend. 13 changes and a very forward-focused bench, as we expected. The team aims to continue its dominance up front and that physicality, so 9 players returning to the starting lineup after the 76-0 victory over Romania, while 4 others now join the 15 for this crucial Pool B match. Then, of course, Bongia Mbonambi and Damian Willems both retain their spots, with Stephen Kitsoff, Frans Malherbe, Jasper Visser and Jesse Creel terrifying, making notable shifts from the bench. Talk about impact. The lineup closely mirroring the very victorious Scotland encounter, except for Mbonambi, of course, replacing the injured Malcolm Marks at hooker. Now we stay with rugby news, but bringing it a little closer to home in very challenging weather conditions. The Springbok women, they displayed some resilience and grit to secure a 22-17 victory over a very determined San Clemente Rhinos at the False Bay Rugby Club in Cape Town over yesterday. So despite building a 22-3 lead by halftime, they faced a fierce second-half comeback, relying heavily on their steadfast defence. However, the team struggled with discipline, earning 3 yellow cards, and then encountered multiple handling errors and penalties in the latter half that really didn't help. And up next, they will take on the Barbarians with a refocused effort, and that's at the Athlone Stadium this coming Saturday. If you can get there and experience it firsthand, it is electric. There is a moment of becoming here for the ladies as well. Now we turn to cricket, and England's batter, Joe Root, is set to take on Ireland, surprisingly, in the one-day international series opener on Wednesday. Why is this surprising? Well, Root's decision to participate is driven by his desire for extra practice before the upcoming World Cup. And in fact, he is the only member of that World Cup squad in this match. So Root requested to be included in the squad, aiming to rediscover his form after a challenging series against New Zealand. And in those matches, he managed only 39 runs, which is really off his tempo. That was across 4 innings. Major concern ahead of England's World Cup defence in India. And that's just around the corner on the 5th of October it commences. And it's worth noting that England will face New Zealand in that World Cup opener in Ahmedabad. So I think he needs a mental shift there as well. And then we move to football, and high-stakes football at that. In their Group G opening match at the Etihad Stadium last night, Manchester City will continue to do what they've been doing. They showcased their resilience this time as they came from behind to defeat Red Star Belgrade 3-1. Man of the moment, Julian Alvarez, star of the night with a brace. The goal by Osman Bukhari had initially stunned them, but Alvarez quickly restored parity, capitalizing on Erling Haaland's assist. I think they're going to work wonders together this year. Then a goalkeeping error by Red Stars' Omri Glazer gifted Alvarez another opportunity, which he jumped on, and then Rodri sealed the victory with a clinical finish himself, extending City's remarkable 19-game winning streak at home across all competitions. Oh, shots fired for the rest of the season. Just to be fearful. But that's where we leave our sport for now. We'll touch on all of those headlines, news and sports again at 8 o'clock. The roads should be up and running. Let's get the latest from Raul.
Thank you, G-Man. Yes, Mzansi, for a lot of you heading out on the roads this morning, we've got you. Let's head over to Cape Town and the Mfuleni area, where there has been an accident on the Mewway Bridge, and that's southbound, with one lane being closed. So if you're on the area, you can definitely expect delays. We're going to stick to Cape Town and move over to Athlone now. There's congestion on the N2 inbound, and that's at the Jakes Gerwel the intersection, so expect delays and allow for more travel time. From Cape Town now, we head over to Pretoria, and a video has been shared. There's a restaurant fire at the N1 off-ramp at Gasfontein. So please approach the area with caution, and we're definitely hoping that no one is seriously affected by this fire. But again, a warning for anybody heading out on the roads this morning: buckle up, stay safe, plan accordingly, and breathe. We don't need any road rage out there. From now, though, we head from the road to the sky, see what's happening the latest when it comes to weather. Diving into weather news right now, and the Rand Water and Johannesburg Water have issued a joint statement urging the city's residents to decrease their water usage, saying that an increase in demand was placing severe pressure on systems. Now, Rand Water said, though, that its systems are not on the brink of collapse, but that it's trying to avoid such a situation. And meanwhile, Cape Town's Water Directorate says water supply in areas such as Macassar, Gordons Bay and Zandvliet will still be affected by maintenance work over the next few days. Now, this includes pipe and valve installations, repairs, replacements, and zero pressure tests. Now, water pressure will also be low in areas such as Athlone, Penland Estate, and Mount View, and this due to zero pressure tests and checking of infrastructure. Well, from our weather news, let's dive into the temperatures and see what you can expect in your side of the town. Starting off in Polokwane, you start off with a temperature of 14 degrees up to a nice warm 32. Umbombela brings even more heat from 15 up to a scorching 35 degrees. Pretoria, the sunny skies continue from 13 up to 30 degrees. And Johannesburg, oh, summer is here, 12 to a max of 28 degrees Celsius. It looks like spring has been skipped and summer's right here for Mahikeng too. From 19, you move over to 31 degrees for your max. Klerksdorp from from 8 up to a nice warm 29. Kimberley, 6 degrees to start the day, but up to a max of 28. And Bloemfontein, polarities from 1 degree up to a nice warm 28 degrees Celsius. Around the coast and over to Richards Bay, from 15, you move up to 27 degrees. Pietermaritzburg brings some wet conditions from 11 up to 29. Durban, not too much sun, a little bit of rainfall from 18 up to 24. And Mthatha, 10 degrees to start the day, up to a high of 25 degrees Celsius. Around the coast and over to East London, it looks like the day starts at a low of 12 up to 21. Cradock sees a chilly start of 8 up to a nice warm 27. GQ Gqeberha, very similar conditions from 9 up to a moderate 20 degrees. And George, from 10, you move up to a high of 18 degrees Celsius. Carrying on around to the mother city now, it doesn't look like there's too much heat from 13, only up to 17 degrees. Worcester starts today at 7 up to 19. Sutherland, a chilly start of 4 degrees up to only a moderate 16. And Uppington, a beautiful day in Uppington from 8 up to a high of 27 degrees Celsius. Well, we know what the temperatures are like, but what does it actually look like? Let's dive into the sunrise views once again. And we've got Louise Cherry, a regular family member from Alberton, sharing her morning view image of a tranquil park while on a brisk morning walk. Whoa, crisp, clean, sharp. What a beautiful image. Well done, Louise. Thank you for sharing that one. We got another family member, Gary Ocamp from East London, sharing another magnificent morning view of the bold golden sun lighting up the morning sky. Look at that. Just absolutely beautiful stuff. I love it. And then Andrew Harris from Belito coming through next. Oh, the bars just keep on coming. This one's been set here, and he sent in a breathtaking view of the sky filled with fluffy clouds. It's like candy floss to start the day. And then we've got Reiki Finch from the northwest sharing his view of the trees reaching for the clear sky from within his backyard. Wow. What a beautiful shot. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Mzansi. The bar's definitely been set for this one. We'll do it one more time in the next hour. I don't know how you're going to top that, but keep it coming. 063-408-8863. Hey, speaking of what's coming, G-Man, what's happening?
Brace yourself for one of the best vocal performances I think we've had all year, maybe since the show began. Mujahid is here to perform, and he sounds incredible. Stick around for that. Then we've made beautiful butter chicken. We've made steak masala just to test me on my fast. And now, of course, it's roti time. The rotis are coming. Titi and Nana aren't going nowhere. Stick around. The Culinary hotline is on the way.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Back in the kitchen, and as we promised, it's Rooties for part 3 of the Culinary Hotline. Bling! All right, so Rooties for me are something that truth, without the truth in the kitchen, I buy it. Because I know it's a labor of love to make, but when you have a homemade roti, it is so good. So let's talk about the dough. How do you make your dough for your rotis?
Dit is iets wat ik bij mijn ma geleerd heb. Né? En is 4 kopjes koekmeel. En 2 kopjes zelfrijzing met zijn baking powder en zijn olie. En dan smeer je hem in die kodenblue. En dan het zij die fluffiness maakt. Is die zelfrijzing en koekmeel wat samen gemengd is. Ako may banana roti.
I love that. I've never used self-raising flour and the normal flour together when making roti, but that makes sense.
En dan rol jy hom.
That gives you that lift, that texture, that fluffiness you spoke about. And then we spread the margarine over, and I can just say, I love the amount of margarine that you spread on there. That's going to really give you those layers. And you use margarine instead of butter.
Yeah.
Is that for...
Butter is baie rich.
It's too rich.
Baie rich.
I love that because...
Volleybal, yeah.
Exactly. So the margarine is a little less rich, makes it lighter.
Ah.
Absolutely. So, would you mind if I try making one of your rotis?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, here we go. Okay, be gentle, be gentle, be gentle. So can I get a little bit of flour? And the dough's still quite warm. And that's...
Ja, maar dat is warm water.
You use
Gekookte water.
hot water, okay. I like that. There we go. I saw you do this first. Would you, and a roti that's not perfectly round is still a good roti, right?
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm not allowed in the kitchen. Look, it's live TV. At least we don't lie to you. At least look. Do I get a second chance? Do I get a second chance? I promise you I went to chef school. I promise you I've worked in industry. I promise you I've been doing this for over 10 years. Okay, here we go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Next week, we'll be teaching you how to use rolling pins, knives, and spatulas on the Culinary Hotline Bling. Here we go. Thank you so much. I hope this wasn't an heirloom and it was your great-granny's and now it was.
My mom's.
My mom.
Did I break it? Oh. Guys, this is too much. Okay, cool. So gentle, be gentle. And then your technique, do you go back and forth? Okay, so.
Je
Here we
mag
go.
net te hard drukken.
No. We are doing everything
Slowly.
gently today. And then I saw you turn the roti, right? Because I often see when people roll things out, they turn themselves. But that makes you tired, especially if you're making... Makes you very tired. And you never make like just 6 rotis. You're always making a lot more because they freeze really well. And then once I get that shape, that's when the margarine goes on. But we're not there yet. This is a mini
Je
roti.
kan het flippen.
There we go. Thank you.
Ah, zo.
All right, so that side's got less flour, so you get...
Perfect.
This is the handle. Guys, you don't have a handle on your rotis? No. Okay, cool.
Is recht zo? Is recht.
And I saw you use quite a bit of it. And the thing, that's where the flakiness comes from, the layers. You need a decent amount of the margarine. Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Am I getting it there? Am I getting it there?
Smeer.
And then once you get your margarine on, how long does it sit in the fridge? Or do you just start rolling? You have to wait, right?
Ja, en als je hem wegzet, en hij is nog zo. Zoals dit. Dan smeer je canola-olie aan.
Voor je vriezer te
Voor je
gaan.
vriezer te gaan.
And then it'll just live in the freezer for as long as you need it.
Die dicht blijft mooi.
Clear blauw.
Okay. So literally make all that you need now and then just freeze the balls.
Yes.
Okay. Don't pierce it, don't pierce it, don't pierce it.
Keri maken, haal je uit.
Wait. There we go. So once the margarine goes down, you see that? A little bit of flour. And again, that creates a bit of the separation. Is that enough? More. I love it. Okay.
Je moet basically
That it?
heeltemal die margarine cover.
Okay. Little more.
That's
Ja,
it.
zij.
Once we get that flour down, that's when the rolling happens. And when you normally make this at home, are you making it together or is it still just one person in the kitchen? Because I feel like...
Zij maakt je roti. Titi maakt je
Wow.
roti.
How do you feel about people helping you in the kitchen?
Ik denk is het maar beter om alleen te werken.
Is it just...
Het is lekker om iets samen te doen van ons weet wat ons gaat maken.
Okay, I get you.
Dat 5.
Stanning.
Out of 10, minus the fact that I destroyed the rolling pin, out of 10,
Okay.
how much do I get?
7.
I say 9.
A 9! I'll take the 9. What's the pass rate
I
in South
say
Africa? 33%. It's a pass. I got a 9 though. I got a 9. Amazing.
Ik hou van dit.
You like my style?
Ja.
Can I get at least an 8?
Okay.
An 8, I'll take it. Okay, so here we go. So let's get some, we've got some rice that we've steamed. You are making your appearance so much today.
I know.
He's here for the food. He's here for the food.
The roti will go on that plate. And there's
Roti or Ruti?
It's roti.
It's Roti or Ruti? Again, we can't start this argument, South Africa. We can't start this argument.
Ruti.
So Ruti or Roti, wherever you're from, it's fine. Talk to me.
And we have a voice note again.
And we have another voice note. Okay, let's get the voice note. What question do you have for us?
Good morning, Expresso team. Well done to Titi and Nana. If I ever look to do something nice for my family at night, I only go on to TikTok and search for the ladies. Well done, ladies. You are beautiful inside and out.
Oh, listen to that. So you've got the country. The country loves you. What's next? You've conquered social media now. Is it a TV show? Is it a book? We said we're not feeling a restaurant just yet, but what's next?
Next is a book.
A book?
Nee, voor die boek.
Via.
Oh, so you're doing more TV? More TV and the book. Okay, when that book comes out, can I please ask you to come back and can we launch that book on Expresso?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah? Can I get the crowd an agreement?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
When the book comes in, please, we want to launch it. Okay, so this is looking good. The masala steak is done. We've got the butter chicken. Rotis are going to start getting fried off.
Yeah.
And then we're eating. We got our rice. It's been absolutely amazing. We're going to dig in as soon as we get these rotis done. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be seeing you back again for the cookbook.
Yeah.
Yes. South Africa has been absolutely amazing. We're back next week with more Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ching, ching, ching.
Oh, what does that face tell you? It's a happy Wednesday, baby. It's this is my fasting face, looking at all the food we're making on this show over the last 2 weeks.
Temptations.
It's been tough, but we love the fact that we get to explore, like we're doing today, explore our incredibly diverse culture through our food. So we put it to you guys. What dish best speaks to your family's history? It's such a cool way to do a deep dive. So let's find out.
Yeah, Galen Holster comes through first and says it will definitely be our mom's brown stew. I knew stews were coming through.
Yeah,
wow, the way she used to make it with simple and straightforward ingredients, but the way it tasted was next level. It definitely showed that we could turn anything ordinary into something magical and memorable. Oh, Galen, I absolutely resonate with that one. Stews in my home were like a big thing. The smells.
Because everyone is slightly different. It's nuanced according to how mama makes it.
Or whatever you have.
Makes it. Yeah, exactly, dude. I love that. Then Michelle Robenheimer weighing in. Good morning, team. And Expressi's family, thank you so much for that. Definitely biryani was my granddad's favorite. And now it's mine. My dad and mom's favorite as well. When she makes it, we would speak about how he loved his biryani.
Oh, that is another classic for sure.
Completely.
Something that I know many South Africans have an opportunity to dive into, but it's the nostalgia behind these meals that stands out for me, man.
I love it. And this is what I'll do now when I go into another country. I'll go eat some street food. I'll find a local and ask them to cook me a meal at their house. That is how you discover it. What is yours, incidentally?
Stews, man. It's always stews, tomato breedies for sure, and just kind of making a little go a long way. So the more sauce you had meant the more rice you could eat with it.
100%.
Which bulked me up.
Dip a little bit of pop in there as well.
Yeah, lots to look forward to on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We still got entertainment news we're going to dive into. I see Mujahid standing by. The man's voice is absolutely eclectic.
Mind-blowing.
He's diving into huge ballads. He's starting us off with a banger. So Mzansi, don't go anywhere. It's going to happen right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Crouch, touch, but don't you dare pause. Because when you buy any of our favorite Clover products, keep the till slip handy and catch the Expresso Breakfast Show every weekday morning for more details on how to enter. While the Boks are battling for rugby's greatest prize, you can win your share of 80,000 rands worth of Weber Prize. So engage and win with rugby's greatest moments, brought to you with love by Clover.
Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Yeah, time to dive into the world of entertainment news and catch up on what some of our favorite celebs have been getting up to. It's a little bit of spice this morning. We like it.
Lots happening, of course. Now we are talking about, first up, actress and musician Tiana Taylor, who confirmed she and former NBA player Iman Shumpert have separated. It's official, and added that infidelity was not one of the reasons behind their split. So don't worry, Mzansi, it seems like it's amicable. She also shared that they are still the best of friends, great business partners, and are one hell of a team when it comes to co-parenting their two beautiful children. We're talking about 7-year-old Junior and 3-year-old Rue. The former NBA player Iman has not commented publicly on the split, but I honestly just want to say thank you for thinking of your kids. That is the most important part for me when it always comes to these situations. Yeah. So I'm glad that you're still being amicable and showing them how adults can work together to still make magic happen.
Oh, well, needing to dip into that playbook right now. Of course, it's been a few months since presenter and actress and good friend of ours on the show, Minnie Dlamini, announced her divorce from producer Quinton Jones. Never a great thing, especially when we were so emotionally invested in their union. Now, the former couple's divorce is, well, it's divorcing. It is taking a while to get finalized as they are now embroiled in what sounds like quite a legal battle. Now, according to Zimoja, Jones is allegedly demanding a 10,000 Rand monthly spousal support from the actress. We have it from a source close to the estranged couple that Minnie is willing, and knowing her, I can get that, willing to fight tooth and nail to make sure her soon-to-be ex doesn't benefit from hard-earned money. She has worked very hard as a singular force in the industry. So
building a brand, and that's definitely something to take into account. But let's carry on with these magic stories. Rising star status. That's the headline of the next one. Now, South African rising star Tyler had her first viral hit with her recent single Water, exploding on TikTok with over 60,000 in the first week alone. You know, that's 60,000 views. That's insane. Now, Tyler helped promote the feel-good single with an incredible live performance of Water on Vivo, and this left fans absolutely blown away by her ability to dance, and she created a TikTok dance challenge just for that, and fans are feeling good all over the globe for it. This is something that I think is just like the vibe right now, man.
Oh, but no, she's cracked the code, dude.
There's a recipe here for sure.
You can learn how to twerk. If you go and watch her Water tutorial, it actually teaches you how to twerk. So if you've been embarrassed about trying to twerk for years, finally, just go and check it out. But she has it all, but she's backing it up with obviously an incredible talent. But I saw her on a tour through Africa. I think she was in Uganda or somewhere like that. She is massive already.
She is. She is so many people behind the corner, and I think there's another reason why. It's because she's still being real, she's still being true, and she's got that authenticity. So 100%. She's going to go a long way in this game. Definitely keep your eye on that one.
Yeah, man. And then, of course, we love a little Telana. Fans were so excited after Selena Gomez shared pics of herself with longtime bestie Taylor Swift. That was days after the two hung out together at the 2023 VMAs, and they were showing a lot of support on camera there as well, and also off it, which is great. So in the pics, Taylor and the two pop stars, they were posted by her, the two pop stars having dinner outdoors at an oceanfront restaurant, living it up, just doing what normal people will do, really. Lovely to see them together. Talina fever forever.
Yeah, I'm here for that. Hashtag Talina.
I dig it. Okay, buddy. Brace yourself for this performance.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be good. I'm going to go chat to this man, get him ready for this one. But, you handle the rest. I'm going to get his voice warmed up.
I don't think the voice needs much warming up. We've heard some incredible sound checks this morning, and we haven't even got it started. But that's the news from our entertainment news desk for today. The conversation doesn't end there. Our social platforms are where you can pick it up. If you want to let us know about anything we need to follow us at Expresso Show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, I'm sure you've heard about this. We've been talking about it throughout the morning. The moment is finally here. The superstars arrived, looking absolutely dapper. Let me talk to you about this man, a singer, a producer. We're talking about Mujahid George, and he's doing something special, growing on TikTok, growing through these sensational moments, especially alongside Nadia Chinodal-Lewis. Now, they're going to be celebrating this Heritage Weekend with some close friends in the music industry, with moments of laughter, dance, and pure enjoyment for the soul, while bringing awareness to the Down syndrome community. I absolutely love this. So let's officially give him a feel-good welcome! Yeah!
Thank you so much, man.
Bro,
Thank
you
so
are
much.
looking incredible, man. Fitted to the nines, Dapperology 101.
Thank you
How are
so
you doing?
much. I'm good. I haven't been here in a long time, but I'm happy to be back, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, we missed you. Obviously, you put the band with as well, so thank you so
Yes,
much for bringing
yes.
the big guns. Dude, talk to me about this incredible event that's happening, man.
So it
Plug
happens,
us, yeah.
it happens this Saturday,
Yeah.
and it's at the Good Hope Christian Centre out in Ottery, just off Plantation Road. The entire Cape Town is going to be there. We're looking to fill the 2,000-seater, and it's going to be phenomenal. Myself and a good couple of friends, Lukman Adams, Imo Adams, we've got Robin Peters, we've got Salome there with us, we've got the new Idols winner, Barry Tradesman. All of our good friends are going to join us, so we're very, very excited about that.
That's my mensa.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this. So exactly with regards to the show, what's the purpose behind it? Apart from great music, incredible talent from our country, what initiative, what awareness are we really trying to drive here? What's the purpose behind it?
As a producer, one always wants to make sure that we are able to live, especially in our industry and in South Africa, in Cape Town. It's not always easy, but we make sure that things can happen. So my ultimate purpose and my ultimate goal is to make sure that we are there to provide more work for people, and at the same time, we get to celebrate our heritage, and that is what we are celebrating this weekend.
Man, I'm just standing here celebrating the fact that you're using your gifts that you've been blessed with for something bigger than you even. I can't believe this, and I'm so grateful, man. Talk to me about the performances coming up right now, because all throughout this morning, I'm hearing insane warm-ups. I'm like, you're diving into the biggest ballads that they get. Is this what we can expect from the show too?
That's right. That's right. We're excited. I've still got a crazy week ahead of me. Tonight, later on, I go out to Joburg to do another TV shoot and then come back home this evening.
Sure, booked and busy.
And it's crazy, but we're excited. It's about bringing out the big ballads, as you said, but also making sure that we have a liquor time. So the jewel is going to happen. As you know, we're going to get down with it. We're going to make sure that everybody's there. And then, of course, my incredible band, Charlton, Damien, and Roderick, we're all going to be there. It's going to be phenomenal.
Oh, they're like family. We always get them in when the big guns come through, so we know we're doing something special. Mzansi, this is your moment. This is When You Tell Me That You Love Me by Diana Ross. But of course, this is Mujahid's version. Mujahid, George, take it away.
Thank you.
I wanna call the stars down from the sky, and I want to live a day that never dies, and I want to change the world only for you. All the impossible I wanna do, and I want to hold you close under the rain, and I want to kiss your smile and feel the pain, 'cause I know what's beautiful, it's looking at you. Here in a world of lies, you are the truth, and baby, every time you touch me, I become a hero. I'll make you safe no matter where you are, and bring you everything you ask for. Nothing is above me.
wow, wow, wow. Majid doing the absolute most. And that's what I promised you. Nothing but magic, and he's not going anywhere. More performances coming at you in just a bit. But I want to talk about Titi and Nana and the incredible magic that they've created, delivering nostalgia, delivering so many memories for me, and I know a lot of other South Africans. Thank you so much for coming through this morning, sharing your magic with us. Can I please get a hug? Oh, it's like two of my mothers that I never knew coming back and just giving me good memories. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just got to ask you, is there anything here that I can maybe taste? Please. The curry had my eye. I see you already got that roti on fleek. It's looking delicious. And you can just hear the crisp of that roti. It's not too soft. It's not too hard. It's just absolutely perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we should do nothing else but put our hands together for these absolutely beautiful souls. Titi and Nana, thank you for coming through. Oh, you're representing so much. I don't think you understand the impact of what you're doing. You're keeping the tradition going on. You're representing a culture that sometimes gets very misrepresented. And if I may do the honors of just telling you, Mzansi, why we should never forget these incredible meals. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. My man, sir. Thank you so much. This is absolutely incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, get this recipe, get inspired. Find these beautiful women. If you ever see them anywhere in the streets, outside, you give them a hug and you say to them, thank you for doing the absolute most, for feeding beautiful babies, for inspiring memories, and for just being the incredible souls that you are. Thank you so much. Did you enjoy the show?
Yes.
See you up to break, Mzansi. Yes! Oh, yes!
Congratulations as Tropica Island of Treasure All-Stars takes the spotlight with a smooth SAFTA nomination for Best Competition Reality Show. Plus, you can vote for host Katlego Mabue to win Best TV Presenter by dialing *120*32020# and follow the instructions. Voting costs R1.50 and T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much for joining us. Man, I live vicariously through you there, man. I was staring at you while you were eating that.
It was so good.
Beautiful. Well, perhaps you're thinking about ordering some food online right now. And online shopping is all fun and games until you have to pay that delivery fee. So let's find out how you'd choose to swindle the system in another round of da-da-da, would you rather? Try to make it as dramatic as possible. We're just ordering food, man. We're just ordering food. So here's the scenario, and it's quite an interesting one. You are online shopping, and the delivery fee is 90 Rand. You've already added everything that you want or need, but you're 150 Rand short of qualifying for free delivery. This sounds like a 3 for the price of 2 kind of thing for me, man. So what do? A, just pay the 90 Rand delivery fee. Or B, spend an extra 150 to get free delivery. It might seem like a simple equation to balance out. If you had to be honest and look back over when you've done this and been in this situation, do you pay the fee?
Always. No. I pay the extra money, and I always look for something free. Like, I don't know what it is about something free. If it's not for free, it's not for me.
Even if I have to pay 150 rand for that free, I don't care, man.
But I don't know, I think I might actually go for beer. It just sounds like, I don't know, spending extra, what is it in the end, the extra 70 rand will save me 90 rand.
Yeah.
I don't know, like something like that. So that's how my mind's working right now. I don't know if the maths is correct, but I don't know.
Let's put it to the real financial geniuses out there. Yeah, and I think this is going to be an interesting one. So let's see what you guys had to say. Angie said, I'll go for C.
Okay,
I changed my mind and I cleared my card. Well done,
Love that. Tabang says, B, getting something extra is better. Take your money seriously. Of course, I love that. And looks like we've got some more comments. We'll update that in just a second. But it is a conundrum, because what if you don't have that money, but you can save the money? That's where it gets tricky, right? I don't know. Let's see some more of these.
That catches us all, man. That catches us all. Galen's saying, I think option B would be more... Is that
sensible?
Sensible,
Yes,
I think so. Yeah, man, take your money
Excuse the
seriously.
pun. No, Lean Osborne says, I would go with B, but try to stick to an essential product to purchase, because you would be paying 60 rand for a product that actually costs 150.
Yeah, you see, I think we all think we know what we're talking about, yeah? Viventia saying option B, no reason, Veronica, rather, option B, no reason needed.
And then Kayla also says, glad to see I'm not the only one. It's B for me. Okay.
I love that. I would imagine someone who's ordering a lot of food online because he's so sick of cooking at home and ordering a lot of new chef's tools is our Chef Clem. How would you deal with this conundrum, my friend?
I am very good, Graham, and this is a conundrum that I struggle with every day. Because when I see this, spend an extra 150 to get free delivery, I'm spending the extra 150 to get the free delivery. I'm easy to market to South Africa. I'm going for option B, but the question is, what are you going for? You're going for option A, just pay the 90 rand delivery fee, or are you spending the extra money to get that free delivery fee? That's the question. You got my answer. We don't know what you have to say.
Oh, I love it, man. I think you politicked there. I think you did. I think all of us are soft targets, unfortunately, for a good deal. So whether you're spending the extra money on the delivery fee or adding another item to your cart, you're still spending money regardless. So take that on board. So the best advice is to always make an informed decision and then not be impulsive.
Yeah, and all the extra 50 rands we spend here and there, they actually do add up. Take account of it.
90% of South Africans can't afford to retire. Start saving in a Nedbank Just Invest account. Choose a rate of up to 8.75% and make additional deposits when you have extra money. Join the bank that's best for your savings goals.
Now, there are very many different ways that you can show care, and we're going to delve into one of those right now. So it includes something as small as creating a delicious and healthy lunchbox for the kids, maybe with a little picture drawn inside. Well, today we are making something really cool. Cheesy chicken quesadillas, sharing a dose of care with you and your family through the power of Panado. To be quite honest, so much of how I care for my kids plays out in diet, as you would know.
Yeah, man.
Trying to set that foundation for healthy choices, for the enjoyment of healthy foods, the enjoyment of cooking, all those things. It all comes to bear with how you feed your kids. And I think this one is really interesting. So we haven't attempted this TikTok trend before, but we're going to give it a try.
Yeah,
okay, we're going to give it a try.
So straight into it, man.
Let's start with our protein. We've got everything going. I don't know why I've got two pans.
Pretty much starting off with the essentials. So cutting up the chicken into like little squares or cubes is the first up for us.
Okay, we can do that.
What we've also got while G's cutting that up, we've obviously got some garlic, some onion, peppers, and then a nice, beautiful sort of like a spicy mixture that we've created here.
Lovely.
You can get creative with that one. I mean, you can add some more heat if you do want to. Maybe throw in a chili or two if you really want to add some extra.
You've got to have a bit of heat. Obviously not for the kids.
Yeah.
Just be aware that children don't. Well, maybe your kid likes the heat.
Maybe your kid's from like KZN and he loves that.
That vibe,
yeah. Vibe, you know what I mean? Let's do it hot out there. I must just say, it always impresses me.
One
but
thing,
like, Yep.
Sorry, just one thing I've realized with the kids, make sure they're invested in the choice part of the process. If you want them to eat it,
yeah, of
let them be a
course.
part of. So let them select. You present them with a whole lot of ingredients.
they
What would we like to put into this? You can present them only with healthy ingredients, but they must choose from those. It makes all the difference, bro.
Getting them to
All
buy
the
into it from the beginning, that makes a big difference, man. I like that. And again, obviously, making sure that all the options are healthy means that you are definitely still going to be fueling them correctly for any adventure that you bring on. So again, when I'm looking at this meal, it looks like we're ticking the boxes when it comes to macros, right? We've got some great protein. We've got a little bit of fat coming through from our cheese, which we'll talk about later, and some avo as well. So that's good fats over there. And then, of course, the carb coming through from the quesadilla that we're actually going to be making, but in a very special way, because this one was inspired by TikTok. So while G is busy popping
This
those
is going to sizzle. It's hot in
bring
the
it on.
hand.
Oh, yes.
It's hot in the hand.
That's beautiful stuff. Once he's got that all going, he'll add the spice and then the rest of those ingredients. So he's got the onion, the garlic, and all the peppers.
Let's use this guy.
Voila, gets together. And then you kind of want to mix that up for about like 10 minutes, depending on how hot you are. Don't overcook it. Don't turn your chicken into rubber, please.
Yeah, I know. It's difficult with the white chicken, white meat in a chicken. You know, it doesn't retain a lot of fat.
Yeah.
Obviously, so, you know, it doesn't retain a lot of moisture because it doesn't have a lot of fat in there. And I've gone for smaller pieces because of that, so they can kind of caramelize on the outside without losing too much. Yeah.
Right there. You're thinking about your kids, bro. I like that. Beautiful stuff. Now, if we may, let's just fast forward to the future because, oh, the smell's already coming from here.
Incredible.
Delicious. You take about 10 minutes to kind of get you to this point over here. Voila, we've just kind of prepared something in the future. So G's going to make the rest of that for the family and the crew because I know they're going to want to tuck it to
our little condiments and things like this, we're going to mix it all in together there. I think that's a great idea.
Yes. Let's do that. And then what I'm going to do is seek some inspiration from TikTok for this one. I've never tried this before, so I'm hoping it goes well. Essentially, I'm taking my wrap. I mean, you could even possibly use an old school roti like we just made earlier for this one. I was just thinking, but this is what we're going to do. So I've kind of cut like only from the center all the way out. All right, we only make that cut, and then we're going to start folding. But how we fold this, let me just figure this out. So we've got one, yeah, it goes like that. Then it goes two, and then it goes three, right? Okay, so that's the folding process. But I just wanted to make sure I could get that correct. Every fold requires a new ingredient. So let's start off with, I think lettuce, right? Why don't we start off with the base? Lettuce or cheese first? What do you prefer?
I think lettuce.
Lettuce? Okay, let's go with some lettuce. Let me grab a proper spoon here. And there we go. Okay, so
you want me to
lettuce
warm
goes
up
first.
your wrap beforehand, or you're right with it like
Ooh,
that?
that's a nice idea, actually. Okay, let's do that, bro.
I've got a pan, bro.
Bring a little bit of crisp to it so it's not so dull.
I just find it helps with kind of the malleability. Is that a word?
That is possibly a word. Malleability, turgidity. We'll
the foldability. The foldability.
Just throw big words out there and see what works. But I like that. That's definitely true because one thing I don't do is that. And what it results in is mine being kind of like floppy and mushy. Yeah. And then it all kind of just like sips to the bottom. And then you get that like, you know when your ice cream melts and you got to like bite it? And it's kind of like that for your wrap.
I don't remember the taste of ice cream, Ryle. I don't know what that is.
Nicely done, G. Okay, so we're going to go with our first fold over here. I'm going to start with lettuce. I think it goes in this one or that one. No, wait, let me put it here.
I suppose it doesn't really matter because it's all going to kind of...
Come together. Okay, fold number one. Voila. All right, now, what do you want, cheese or chicken next?
A bit of chicken. Let's
go for chicken. Okay, let's get some chicken in here. We've obviously mixed this up with our peppers. We've got the garlic. Oh,
how come I became the 6-year-old in this conversation here, bro? How come I'm the one who's the best?
You said I was the choices. All right, so we have now got some chicken in here, fueling correctly. And then I am popping that one over for our next one. And then, as G mentioned, now we'll bring some cheese into our last little fold. Add some extra cheese, some good fats to that. And then, check out this.
You, man.
Voila!
You're also developing the fine motor skills as well. And I think the cooking and the baking for developing, if I think of how well it worked for both of my kids at that critical phase of getting them hands-on, discovering flavor connection to brain, to smell. All those sorts of things are key developmental stages for a reason because we all need to have a love of food. You've got to let go of your A-type personality, though. Just let them do it their way. and I would imagine with this, it's going to get very frustrating. Yeah, it's going to get very, very frustrating. But that's how it works with kids.
It's so true.
The thing with kids is there is a commonality. As much as all of our kids are so different, there are certain threads that we can rely on. And I think when it comes to treating pain or making your kids feel better, Panado offers a dose of care, not just for the kids, but the whole family. It has to be in your medical aid cupboard. The Panado for the family and peppermint is indicated from birth, in fact. So you can take it during pregnancy and your babies can have it from the earliest phase of their life. Fast, effective, reliable, and of course trusted. And number one for pain and fever relief, it's gentle on children's little tummies that haven't developed all of the stuff that they need yet. Bernardo has a wide range of products for both adults and children. We've got capsules that make you feel very grown up, tablets, effervescent format if you're on the go, and then syrups for the kids in a variety of flavors that they do actually really like. And the capsules and the effervescence, they really allow for fast, effective relief for adults. And I think where Panado really cooks, it lets the body do what it needs to do. So it just lets them feel a bit better. Because think about yourself when you're feeling horrible and you've got a fever, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Can you do anything? And now you're just expecting your kid to, like, muscle on and get on with it.
Oh, it's so true, G. And another thing that really stands out for me is the fact that I was never the kid that actually got involved in my meals. I was the kid that was complaining about, when's it going to be ready? When's it going to be ready? So I just realized now, if I was the kid actually getting involved, and sorry, Mom, I should have done more when I was younger.
Sorry, Mama.
I apologize. I see you now. But this is exactly why I think family brings us all together. Bro, look at that.
Oh, man.
Nicely done.
And then you've got a little
apparently
bit of
what we can do is actually finish this off, pop it into the pan,
Are you
get
ready?
that little crisp on, melt the cheese, and then we've got some avo waiting on the side there. So finishing touches. This is the cherry on the top.
quesadilla.
You ready for this one?
I don't know if I'm ready.
Yeah. Bring
And then
on
you even learn
the
about geometry through the process.
Oh,
about how to,
was that Pythag?
I would see, yeah. I bet you I could fit 5 of these in there, dude.
What
No, I
is the
don't think you
surface
could. I
area
don't think
of
you
this
could.
pan? I love it, G-Man. Obviously, fast forward into the future. Look at what we've got here. We've crisped it up. We've got that beautiful char. The cheese is melted. Add some avo to this, and you've got yourself absolute perfection.
I would probably put a bit of cheese, more cheese and more layers, just so you get extra melt out of that. But absolutely beautiful. So, seeing as I can't taste this one,
I've already got an entire routine in me, and I see the crew is just absolutely salivating here. Who's going to run up for a taster?
You're going to taste. You're going to taste. Lucian gets it.
Lucian, would you like the one that's pre-made already or the freshest one?
Grip it.
He's going for this one over here. Okay. So he doesn't have a mic, so what we're going to do is use his facial expression to determine how good this really is.
That
so
might be dangerous.
Pay attention to his beautiful brown eyes while he chows into this.
And we have some lovely music.
Some lovely slow-mo music.
Bow, bow, bow.
He's making me hungry.
Down, down, down.
He hasn't frowned. It looks like, is it a smile?
Lick it. No, lick the sauce from your hand. You want to do it. Lick it. We are here for that.
Yes, we did it.
Oh, man. You know, I think Luke talks almost as much as I do, which he'll deny, but he does. He's a talker. So to not allow him to talk like that is absolute torture. This is one of the coolest things we have made in a long time. You can find it expressoshow.com. Then go and put your spin on it. Get your kids involved. We know some kids are fussy eaters, but I think this new lunchbox idea is a big win for all parents and most importantly, for all the kids. So, surprisingly enough, Panado, thank you for leading us down this path. We love you, man.
Well played.
Introducing Panado Pediatric Syrup 5ml sachets. They're really convenient to pack and easy to use, so you're always prepared for pain and fever, anytime, anywhere.
Oh, so much to look forward to in your Feel Good Breakfast show. I can't believe that we still got more magic. This is smelling delicious, so of course head over to expressoshow.com. But we've got another performance coming up. Mujahid's voice has clearly been warmed up from that first performance.
I think he stepped off the stage last night and just came straight here.
And trust me, it's going to get even better. So stick around in Zanzi. Your Feel Good continues right here.
This is torture.
What makes your bestie your bestie? Share the funniest or most heartwarming story of the moment your friend became your ride or die, and you could win one of 4 cash prizes of 10,000 Rand each in the Sky Washing Powder Friendship Challenge, this 19th to 25th September on Expresso. WhatsApp your voice note to 069 201 5794 and get set to win big with Sky Washing Powder. T's and C's on skywash.co.za.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for rejoining our culinary exploration today. And of course, we had Titi and Nana here a little bit earlier making some of the most amazing cape Malay. We made steak masala, which I think is a massive, massive hit here. A beautiful butter chicken roti. It all speaks to our culture. And however you say it, however you eat it, it represents us. So we put it to you guys this morning. What is that dish or maybe that food memory that best tells your family's history? And Zelda had a brilliant one. It'll be the sweet treats like milk tart, Cook Sisters, Malva, and peppermint crisp tart. Peppermint crisp tart is the most South African thing, I think, anywhere in the world. Sappers abroad still order it. Claudine saying fricadella with mashed potatoes and an onion and tomato smurky. Oh, I feel you, girl. Alan Josta saying chicken biryani and tomato and onion salad. I love that. Oh, my word. Sump and beans and creamy spinach and chicken curry. My mouth is watering so much I can actually hardly talk. Her World saying, hi, Expresso team, today is my birthday. Happy birthday. And I would like someone to wish me a happy birthday right now. Well, we need your name, first of all, to be able to do that. So I'm going to say, from our Expresso family to you in Her World, we love you. Happy birthday. Well, we have done with 2 hours of this culinary exploration. What a brilliant way to explore our heritage. But of course, we have to stay up to speed with what's happening in our country and abroad right now. So let's bring you up to speed with those news and those sporting headlines just a little bit before the top of the hour.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Yes, it's just a few minutes before the hour, almost perfect timing. So let's dive into national headlines first. Now, Deputy President Paul Mashatile says in an ever-evolving world, Africa cannot remain reliant on external sources for vaccines. Now, Africa faced significant changes in securing sufficient vaccines during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, addressing the 24th annual general meeting of the Developing Countries Vaccine Manufacturers Network in Cape Town, Mashatile said it was crucial for vaccine manufacturing professionals to continuously improve and update their skills. Now, developing countries found themselves way back in the queue when rich nations gobbled up all the vaccines after the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, sticking to national headlines, the head of Special Investigation Unit, Andy Motibi, says the absence of necessary documents to substantiate allegations of state capture at the Passenger Rail Agency, otherwise known as PRASA, prevents a full audit being conducted to determine losses. Now, this is related to the irregular contract of 578 million rand awarded to Royal Security. Now, Motibi said the employees of PRASA who were responsible for the safekeeping of statements and documents have since resigned. But this doesn't mean the matter will be discarded. He said despite the obstacles, his team would continue to prosecute the culprits. Well, from our national headlines, let's head over to international news. Now, thousands of people gathered in Liberia's capital, Monrovia, as opposition leader Joseph Boakai, 78 years old, launched his campaign ahead of the October elections that will test the popularity of former world soccer star President George Weah after a chaotic first term. Now, Weah fans are disillusioned by his failure to improve living standards in Liberia that's been hit this century by a civil war and a devastating Ebola outbreak. Now, Weah came to power on a wave of hope that the hugely popular former world soccer player could improve things despite the lack of political experience. Well, carrying on with the international headlines, United Nations general debate is underway in New York. Now, it opened with a frank assessment of the state of the world by the Secretary General, who warned member states that the world was becoming unhinged, with geopolitical tensions rising and global challenges mounting. Now, Antonio Guterres warned that global governance was stuck in time. And he said, with a quote coming through, democracy is under threat. Inequalities are growing, hate speech is on the rise, compromise has become a dirty word, and our world needs statesmanship, not gamesmanship and gridlock, unquote. Well, lastly in our headlines, something to celebrate. The Afrikaans Cultural Association, an organization otherwise known as the RTKV, has announced that its annual award for reading promotion this year goes to the Loxton Mobile Library in Vrygrond on the Cape Flats. This mobile library, known as the Children's Book Machine, was founded in 2020 during the pandemic. Now, the founder, 22-year-old Lita Sam, saw the need to promote the mental health and well-being of children in the community. He decided to achieve this by improving their vocabulary literacy and life skills, as well as by developing in them a love for reading. Now, the library focuses on children between the ages of 3 and 13 and serves more than 300 weekly. I absolutely love that, and let's hope those numbers keep rising. For now, though, let's see what numbers we can see when it comes to sporting action, scores, and all the latest with the G-Man.
How about 7 forwards, Ryle? I'll put that on the table. In a bold move, Springbok coach Jacques Nienaber has orchestrated a major overhaul ahead of their all-important clash with Ireland in the Rugby World Cup this weekend. So with 13 changes and a very forward-focused bench, as we expected, the team aims to continue its dominance. 9 players returning to the starting lineup after the 76-0 victory against Romania. 4 others joining that 15 for the crucial Pool B match. So Bongiam Bonambi and Damian Willemse are rewarded for their incredible form, retaining their spots. Stephen Kitsoff, Frans Malherbe, Jasper Visser and Jesse Creel making notable shifts from the bench. Talk about impact. This lineup closely mirrors the Victoria Scotland encounter, except obviously for Mbonambi, who's had to step up and has taken that central role in the scrum because of the injured Malcolm Marks at hooker. Now let's bring it back home for more rugby news and good news. In a challenging weather condition, the Springbok women displayed some resilience to secure a 22-17 victory over a very determined San Clemente Rhinos at the False Bay Rugby Club in Cape Town. So despite building a 22-3 lead, they faced a fierce second-half comeback, relying heavily on their steadfast defence. However, the team didn't do themselves any favours. They struggled with discipline, earning 3 yellow cards and multiple handling errors and penalties in that latter half. Really did need to show a shift in focus, and they're going to do that when they take on the Barbarians team at the Athlone Stadium on Saturday. The vibe is electric. If you can get there to support, please do it. Now, of course, we've got the small matter of a cricket World Cup on our way, and England's batter, Joe Root, is set to take on Ireland in the one-day international series opener on Wednesday. And why is this surprising? Well, Root's decision to participate is driven by his desire for extra practice before the upcoming World Cup. As the only member of the squad, in fact, in this match, so he's the only one playing from the World Cup squad, Root requested to be included in that squad, aiming to rediscover his form after what was a very challenging series against New Zealand. In fact, in those matches, he managed only 39 runs across all 4 innings. Major concern of England's World Cup defence in India commencing on the 5th of October. But it's worth noting that England will also face New Zealand in that World Cup opener in Ahmedabad. So I think really cool to see a player stepping up in that way. Now we turn to football, and I think we can continue to be terrified of Manchester City. Now, of course, speak to not just Group G, but all footballing fraternity. In their Group G opening match, however, of the UEFA Champions League at the Etihad yesterday, Manchester City showcased some resilience this time as they came from behind to defeat Red Star Belgrade 3-1. Man of the moment, Julian Alvarez, the star of the show with a double. A goal by Osman Bukhari had initially stunned them, but Alvarez quickly restored parity, capitalising on Erling Haaland's assist. They're going to connect a lot this season. Then a goalkeeping error by Red Stars' Omri Glazer gifted Alvarez his second, and then Rodri sealed the victory with a clinical finish, as he does, extending City's remarkable 19-game winning streak at home across all competitions. I think everyone can fear them this season, but that's where we leave our sport for now. Hopefully the road's a little less competitive this morning. There are a couple of incidents to report on. Ryle's got the latest.
Thank you, Jim. And yes, one last time, let's dive into all things traffic. For many of you heading out on the roads this morning, let's see how we can assist you. If you are in the Johannesburg area and Randburg, to be specific, there is congestion on the N1 northbound between Peyers Nordier Drive and Malibongwe Drive. So if you're in the area, you can expect slow-moving traffic as you pass through. From Joburg, let's head to Cape Town and Montague Gardens. There's congestion on the N7, and that's northbound at Bosmansdam Road. So again, please allow for more travel time if you are going through this route. And again, anyone out on the roads, buckle up, stay safe, and plan accordingly. From the roads, let's head to the sky and see what's happening one last time with our weather. Reporting one last time on weather news with a lot happening in our country. Devastating consequences of the strong spring tide in recent days is still very much in everyone's minds. Now, the SA Weather Service has issued a yellow level 1 warning for damaging waves that can be expected between Cape Point and Port Alfred, subsiding west of Plettenberg Bay in the afternoon and resulting in localized disruption of beachfront activities and small vessels at risk of taking in water and capsizing. Now, the Weather Service has also warned of extremely high fire danger conditions over the John Taulu Gatswewe District Municipality of the Northern Cape. the Moses Kotane local municipality of the Northwest, the Tabazimbi, Mokopong, Mogolekwena, and Lepele and Kumpi local municipalities of Limpopo province. Now, on top of this, also the Pongolo local municipality of KwaZulu-Natal will be affected. Well, we've seen the weather news, but let's see exactly what those temperatures are looking like in your side of the country. One last time, starting off in Polokwane, the day starting at a low of 14 up to a nice warm 32 degrees. Umbumbela, top tips of the day from 15 up to the hottest temp of 35. Pretoria starts at 13 up to a nice warm 30 degrees. And Johannesburg from 12 up to a high of 28 degrees Celsius. Carrying on to Mahikeng, it looks like the sunny skies continue from 19 up to 31. Klerksdorp starts the day on 8 up to 29 degrees. Kimberley, sunny skies continued from a chilly 8 up to a nice warm 28 degrees, and Bloemfontein bringing the polarity from 1 degree up to a max of 28 degrees Celsius. Around the coast now and over to Richards Bay, it looks like similar conditions continue from 15 up to 27. Pietermaritzburg, however, brings some rain from 11 up to 29. Durban, also wet conditions from 18 up to 24. And Mthatha, from 10 degrees, you move up to a high of 25 degrees Celsius. Around the coast and carrying on to East London now, a day starting at 12 degrees for your minimum, up to a high of 21 max. Cradock sees a range of 8 up to 27. GQ Mbecha from 9 up to a high of 20 degrees. And George, 10 is your low, up to a high of 18 degrees with some wet weather expected there for sure. And then again in Cape Town, the mother city, it looks like potentially some rain coming through from 13 up to 17 degrees only. Worcester also keeps it pretty chilly from 7 up to 19. Sutherland, 4 degrees to start the day and only moving up to 16 for your max. But Uppington, a beautiful average of 8 up to a nice warm 27 degrees Celsius. Well, we've dived into those temperatures one last time, but let's do another last round of sunrise views. I know that last round definitely stepped the bar, but let's see what Mark and George has up for us. And whoa, look at this one. Early embracing of Mother Nature. The man sent through energy that we could all do with. I love this one. Thank you for bringing this picture through from George. I absolutely love it, Mark. Next up, we've got Nicholas in Hartenbosch sharing a view of, ooh, it looks like candy floss again. Fluffy clouds whilst watching the city lights twinkle. I love the fade of orange. It's so, so beautiful. It looks like a painting indeed. We got Zelda up next in Kempton. This was Kempton Park, to be specific, and she's about to head to work. First shared this view of the sun rising up, looking like a very nice day ahead, promised of a beautiful one. And then we've got a Rake in Mozambique. Wow, snapping a pastel pink skied shot. This one whilst walking around exploring nature's natural wonders. The only thing I can ask you, Rake, is, hey, where was my invite? Come on. Hope you're enjoying that beautiful walk on the beach. Savor every moment. And Mzansi will do it all again on 063 408 8863.
Your view was beautiful in the morning. Take a look at mine. Shaughnessy, I love you, guy. We are so lucky to be surrounded by this Expresso family every morning. What a great way to see in the new season. If you're looking to restart your life, get outside, get some green energy. Maybe the best way to celebrate our heritage is by a little spring gardening, getting out there, embracing the green around us. Then, of course, my intermittent fasting has provided a lot of entertainment, as I don't get to eat half of what's on the show at the moment. I did, however, get to end one of my fasts at Haute Cabriere, and it was an incredible experience. We're going to see how the other half live and how you can get there after this.
Crouch, touch, but don't you dare pause. Because when you buy any of our favorite Clover products, keep the till slip handy and catch the Expresso Breakfast Show every weekday morning for more details on how to enter. While the Boks are battling for rugby's greatest prize, you can win your share of 80,000 rands worth of Weber Prize. So engage and win with rugby's greatest moments, brought to you with love by Clover.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You do have game. You got game. And it's our time to explore a whole new world with game. Heritage Month is a time to honor and reflect on our country's diverse cultural heritage. And I think for me, one thing I've loved about living in this country is how much green energy there is to plug into. Gardening is definitely a part of my life path. It is a beautiful way to connect us to that green energy, to connect to ourselves, to connect us to our land, as well as obviously a great way to enjoy the spring season. There is nothing better than just getting out and refreshing. So we've got some spring gardening tips along with some these are going to get that fire burning in you. Some items from game that are going to help you make the most out of both of them. And I know you're going to struggle with this one, dude. You're going to go into this thinking that you didn't need any of these things.
I'm sure.
And you are definitely going to want them after this. So let's kick it off,
Let's
man.
find out. Starting us off, we have a Stram blower vacuum for only 495 Rand. Now, be careful not to damage your plants or disturb the topsoil while using your blower, but use a gentle touch and aim the tool away from delicate plants. Now, I've seen this in action. It looks really cool because it's literally stopping you from needing to bend down and sweep and pick things up.
You had me on that,
You just stand up and walk. It's like absolute ease. This is something that I think I actually do need to add to the list.
You do
right.
need it. And under 500, bro, you've got that. Under 500, you've got it. Compost and potting soil, a must in any garden, and you need good quality. And with any 3 for just $100, you'll be providing much needed nutrients. You'll improve the soil structure and promote healthy plant growth. And if you're living in a complex or something like that where the soil isn't deep and doesn't have a lot of that nutrients, this stuff goes a long way,
Especially now, man. Remember, we're heading into spring season, so a lot of people are going to be replanting, and this is the time to really re-establish your garden. So definitely get involved in ensuring that that soil is also nourished. Now, here's another interesting fact when it comes to our garden as well. Did you know that it's actually best to mow your lawn grass when it's dry, right? So lawn mowers, speaking of, are one of the primary tools used to maintain healthy and beautiful lawn. Now, for only 1,499 Rand, you can get your hands on one to ensure that your lawn stays healthy and green this season.
Are we talking about game here?
It's crazy, right?
This is crazy cool.
I didn't know you could get any of this there. Lovely.
Oh, man. And you can get nappies while you do that. Just note yourself. And remember, these deals are valid online and in store at game up until the 3rd of October. So you don't have a huge amount of time. That's the reason why they are that good. But hopefully that's got you thinking about getting outside.
Yeah, getting outside and enjoying everything that we've been blessed with, especially the beauty of our country and our land. And this Heritage Month, it's our opportunity to stand the chance to win 2,000 Rand in game shopping vouchers. Bring it on. How do we do this, G?
You know, you could get 2 of the things there. You get the mower and the blower for that.
Oh, 100% right.
You could do it
within that budget.
You
Nice.
could, man. So how you get there, simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page, and then share your proudly South African vibe. Tell us, how will you be going full South African this Heritage Month? And don't forget to hashtag #GotGame. The competition closes on the 25th of September. That's next Monday, and we're going to get a lot of entrants for this, so jump on it. And those T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Hey, wait, hold up, there's more. Here's another chance to win extra cash. Oh, yeah, we got you. Now, do the following. Head on to Game Store's social pages, right? And see what influencers you should be following this Heritage Month and stand a chance to win 1,000 Rand shopping voucher each week. How cool is this, right?
Yeah, and I would imagine those influencers have a hand in there. So just go and show some love. And remember to mark your calendar for Saturday, the 23rd of September, where rugby legends, some of the greatest to have ever played the game, Bakkies Botha. He is gigantic. Just go and see for yourself. He'll be in store at Game in Menlyn in Johannesburg. Then we've got Pat Lambie at Gateway in KZN. And then the man himself, Brayton Paulson. Come on, he's at Canal Walk in Cape Town. And they are the loveliest of guys. They will take the time, they will take the pics, they will sign the autographs. Go and check it out.
Oh, I love it. I wasn't ready for all of that information. I can't believe that you can get all that. But I want to ask you a question. Are you ready to raise your glass to unforgettable moments and priceless experiences? Well, let me tell you, MasterCard and Horty Cabrier invited this man to indulge. And indulge he did. On his senses, he embarked on a journey like no other. G-Man, I'm jealous, bro.
Yeah, man, and I had to joke. I did get to break my fast with this meal.
Welcome
to a land of luxury and discovery, where MasterCard is unlocking unforgettable moments. I'm here for that. Today we are taking you on a journey through Haute Cabriere, a family-led business with a love, a deep passion for creating those priceless moments. Of course, all built around experiencing some of the finest wines you will find, not just in SA, anywhere in the world. Come on. There is something magical in these walls. There is something truly special about a family-led business achieving as much as you have. Where does that fire come from? Where does the creativity, the passion come from in your successful business?
I think it comes from my husband's, Achim's, apprenticeship. He was taught by the right people. He was taught by people that loved wine, a German cellar master in the Cape, and then he went overseas. His passion is as strong as mine for wine, I would say, and it all came from the good teachers that he worked under and that inspired him. So he is the pioneer that has produced the first Cap Classique from Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. So that's what makes Pierre Jourdan unique.
MasterCard really is delivering. When they say priceless, unforgettable experiences, they are offering just that. So along certain Cape wine routes, you can spend 500 Rand or more on your MasterCard and get 100 Rand off your wine tasting. And trust me, when you're here surrounded by this, you want to spend a little extra time creating those unforgettable moments. So we're going to be treated to two delicious dishes in just a moment. What's on the menu today?
For starters, we have the field mushroom tart. We've roasted off garlic and thyme foam with that, so infuse that with some caramelized onions as well. Then finish it off with some melted smoked mozzarella. For mains, you guys are going to have the Franjuk Valley trout, some tree streams, local. We want to use what's around us.
Exquisite. What do you think goes into making this experience so priceless?
There's a beautiful view over the valley with a great chef in the kitchen who produces unusual good dishes.
Exactly.
Even so, we have an underground cellar that is special and unique.
For me, I just tap into past experiences. I was fortunate enough to work with great chefs in the industry. And then with creating dishes, it's season. It's whatever's in season and the characteristics of our wine.
Well, the starters have been exquisite. I cannot wait to see what the mains will usher in. And of course, we get to enjoy a glass of Cap Classique, perfectly paired. Woohoo, we cannot wait for that. So I'm not going to waste any more time and finish my delights before the next course arrives. I've loved every second of my experience here at Haute Cabriere, being able to connect with the family behind this incredible brand and understand their passion. That, for me, definitely the standout. As our incredible journey here at Haute Cabriere comes to an end, fear not, your MasterCard still continues to unlock those unforgettable, priceless experiences. So make sure you keep your MasterCard handy and then go out and explore your world, especially when it's this beautiful.
Oh, Franschhoek's looking good, man.
Amazing, man. When you get the history, so to Hildegard and their amazing family that opened their doors and gave you that incredible meal and a little drink to go with it. Thank you so much. What an incredible experience.
Yeah,
wow.
right? Speaking of incredible, man, one thing that's incredible is the fact that in South Africa we have so many different fashion statements, different symbolisms that represent and mean so much. Now, when it comes to beads, oh, there's an incredible woman that started an NPO that's doing the absolute most, teaching us how to do beads, teaching us about the meaning behind it all and the culture and heritage. Oh, this is going to be something absolutely special. Look at that.
Yeah, baby, we got a brand new set of knives. Tramatuna is yeah, we're going to whip out the Pacana steak, the big one. Chef Clem is going to show us a little bit of knife craft after this.
Oh, nice.
The sun is here, the trees all emerald green, but how do you get your spirits up when spring allergies got you down.
Achoo! It's tough, man. Well, you do it with Setisit and Expresso's springtime competition. Because this month, you stand to win cash prizes of 5,000 Rand each when you answer the weekly questions on Expresso's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. And of course, include the all-important hashtag Setisit in your answer. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, Mzansi, welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Absolutely loving today's edition, and it's just getting better and better and better. We're going to be exploring the beauty of South Africa this Heritage Month, and let's do exactly that by talking about beading, which is central to traditional African cultures and can include coded messages based on the coloring items and the bead sizes. I had no idea about this. So joining us this morning is Matapelo Ngaka Mtati. She's the co-founder of the community director and production manager of Monkey Biz. Now, this is a non-profit organization creating art that changes lives. And it is a supportive and empowering project which grew to register over 450 beaders. Wow. Thank you so much for what you've done. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me out here.
It's an absolute pleasure. I love your beads. Let's just make note of that. I didn't even realize that was actually beadwork. It looks beautiful.
My mom made this beadwork for me.
Oh, wow. And before we even get into where this began, where it started, I believe your mom was the one that actually taught you how to bead in the first place?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
She's the one who made the very first stall of monkey bees.
Wow. Okay, so I'm glad that heritage, that tradition was passed on. It's like the flame was just lit within you. But let's talk about beading exactly. What is it in our country? Does it have any meaning? Why should we be more aware of beading and beads in South Africa especially?
You know, the beading, in the time of apartheid, the beading was dying. But in 2000, we revived African beadwork that we're doing today. Because the people, they didn't know about beadwork, but today the beadwork is like a fashionable. Someone just wanted to do something and just do beadwork. And also in Monkey Bees, we revive African beadwork and we're using a technique of our tradition, but we modernize it. As you see, we have like different things like chappies, and we're using like lovely colors.
I like that. You're kind of still respecting the tradition, but allowing it to be relative in this new world that we live in. So what was the moment for you when you realized, okay, and I believe you've been doing this for 31 years worth of beading. When did this start for you? When did you decide that I want to create a company out of this? I want to create something that can really like create impact. And that was obviously Monkey Biz. What started that for you?
It's 23 years we doing Monkey Biz.
23 years,
But
sorry.
it's me that have been in Cape Town for 31 years.
Okay. So that was your personal journey, but obviously beading for 23 years. Talk to me about the company Monkey Business. Why did you decide to start this? And very grateful that you did.
Actually, Monkey Biz, we didn't know that it's going to be a business that it is now, like an organization that is growing like this. I was doing a ceramics. In late 99, there was a local exhibition in History Cultural Museum. So my late colleague, Barbara Jackson, she loved my work. She's got a school of ceramics in Greenpoint. Is still working now, Barbara Jackson's ceramic studio.
Wow.
So she said to me, she wanted me to go further with my ceramics. So I go there in 2000, early 2000. So about a few weeks that I was there, my mom, she gave me a safety pin beaded bracelet. She said to me, can you please show the people at the studio, maybe they can buy. Then I show her, I show Shirley Fins and Barbara Jackson. They say, wow, this is beautiful, but we found it everywhere else. Then they show me a tiny doll that they were bought from Grahamstown Festival long ago. They said, they give me the beads, they said, give it to your mom to see if she can improve from this doll. I'm telling you, this is how Monkey Business was born, and the rest is history. It's whereby I go around the township because I'm staying in Kailicha. Then it was started in Makaza. I collect the people to say, my mom is here to train you if you wanted to do the beadwork. This is how it expands. Then my mom trained a lot of artists, a lot. And it was expand when someone know, then it's gonna expand to other people as well. Today we've got like 250.
Oh, that is absolutely incredible. I'm so grateful you started
And the women, they're working from home. While they can be mothers and wives, they're doing this incredible beadwork. And some of them, they are just like amazing because they didn't know that their talent is there. Because especially maybe the young ones, because the older ones, they know the beadwork from the background. But now when they come to Monkey Biz, we actually revive this we modernize traditional beadwork. So each and every artwork of Monkey Biz is signed by the artist.
I love that. And the fact that you are making it known that this is not just beadwork, but this is art. You've provided an opportunity for people to get work, to provide for their families. You've used something so beautiful to create magic, and I'm so here for this. I've read something here about the fact that these beads are being sold everywhere. Tokyo, London, New York, you name it. Clearly the world loved this. But from your personal perspective, where would you like to see this work go? What would you like to see beads doing in the future and the impact it's creating?
Actually, I just want to say, because our team, we said we wanted to be bigger than Barbie. I wanted to see this Monkey Biz go all around the world.
Bigger than Barbie. I love that. Mzansi, South Africa, let's get behind this right now. Let's celebrate this art. Let's celebrate this beauty. Let's get this bigger than Barbie. I don't see why not, especially if you look at how incredible this is and the amount of work that it's absolutely creating. Matapila, thank you so much for coming through. We're not done with you yet. We are going to be going through an actual live demo. I'm going to be taken through my paces to see just if I can also be taught these incredible skills of beading. Share this with Mzansi, so stick around. This is going to get fun. Thank you so much, Matapila.
Thank you so
much. That was awesome.
Oh, I'm here for that. Marapelo, I think, is the reason why in this country, when you invest in a woman, you get 4 times the return. That's the South African algorithm. I'm here for that. Now, when flexibility meets awesome tech, we unlock one of those quantum threads here. We're interested to see what we can do. Vodacom have now launched their brand new enhanced feature. And if you haven't come to grips with it yet, stick around. It allows you to quite literally enhance your new or existing contract by choosing from a wide selection of very trendy and customizable accessories that speak to you and what you need. And that's just one of the elements here. So if you want tech, like buds, like smartwatches, like Xboxes, maybe should have started with that. Even a mini UPS, maybe should have started with that. Yeah, this is how you can do them, and you can add them to your contract, bro.
Incredible. I am jumping on this one. So to celebrate this, Vodacom are giving you the chance to win 3,000 Rand. And that's by telling us which smart tech item you would choose. And there's so many options. So we are super curious to see what everyone would choose. And G-Man, what would you? I mean, there's so many options right now when it comes to tech, bro.
Each one I say, as I said, feels like the most important thing.
Yeah,
Look, I'm without a smart watch at the moment.
Hey, man,
like
you gotta
in
check
that
the
sense,
cows, bro.
Yeah, one. But I don't know. The UPS sounds pretty good. You?
I think for everyone in South Africa, definitely. Now, I want to upgrade my watch. I want to get my fitness levels to the next realm. So hoping I can,
quantum.
I can do that. Let's see what Mzansi has to say.
Nikki Lee Bet saying, I would definitely choose a mini UPS. Need to stay connected.
Nice.
Load shedding gets in the way.
Stephanie Norris coming through. I think many of South Africans are going to add this on the list. Mini UPS, most definitely. I need to stay connected during load shedding because I teach online. Oh, yes,
sure,
please.
yeah.
Load shedding makes it very hard for me to do that. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because that's when the data kicks in. Lottery from Buntia Mashingo said I would choose Xbox. Boom. My kids love games and enjoy them.
I think Lottery is doing that for themselves too.
Yeah, I would too.
Stoko says, I would love to access Buds because I like to listen to radio stations and music and your feel-good breakfast show, I hope. Yes, please.
You can stream us 24/7 as well. Zanele smartwatches for me because I'm a time keeper and don't appreciate people who don't respect time. You can send them to your friends now as
Don't
well.
invite me to your party. I'm going to be late. I would enhance more. This is from Jerry R. Pasha saying I would enhance more music because in my family, we love music and we love playing music during our gym sessions.
And I love the fact that Jerry, he's gone to level 2 here. He knows it's not just about getting the tech. It doesn't matter anymore. You can enhance so many different elements of your life here. Absolutely love it. And that competition is still open. So to stand a chance to win that 3,000 Rand in cash, simply tell us which smart tech you would choose to enhance your contract with and why. Is it Buds? Is it smartwatches? Is it Xbox, which is fine? Is it a mini UPS? We know the reason. Share your answer with us on Expresso's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram pages. And don't forget, #enhance with Vodacom. And you could be our next lucky winner.
Yeah, and don't forget, all your T's and C's can be found officially at expressoshow.com. What are you waiting for? Get involved. Get teched up.
Mzansi, enhance what you love. Add more of what you need to your contract. Choose from a range of enhanced options in-store or online. Further together, Vodacom.
All right, just finishing adding all those to my wish list over there.
Enhance.
What else I'm going to add to the wish list, of course, is the fact that I've just learned so much about beads, man, the heritage and culture behind it. Such an incredible cause. So let's find out if I can actually get my bead on and see if I can be taught how to bead. And that's from Tapela. Eh?
Do you have hope?
I don't know, bro. Like tiny little beads, these crazy clumpy fingers. Wish me luck.
You're with the master. Then, of course, Chef Clem is back in the kitchen to test out a brand new set of the most sexy, beautiful knives you have ever seen. We'll see you now.
Do it like this. Do it like get it, move it, own it. Do it like this.
Bespoke.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. And look at my face, I'm so excited. It's like show and tell, I'm about to learn. We're back with Matapelo Ngaka Mtati, co-founder, community director, and production manager of Monkey Biz. And earlier we spoke about art of the actual art here is the traditional African beading that we're talking about. And it means so much to our heritage. It's a diverse nation that we live in. And this work is really empowering and doing so much, especially when it comes to the NPO. We heard about it in our conversation earlier. 250 beaders or something crazy like that are being empowered by this and more. But we are going to be doing something a little bit different now. We're going to figure out how to actually do this beading thing. Now, joining Matapelo to give us a beading demonstration is artist Moipane Hlalele. How are you doing?
I'm well, thanks, and you?
I'm fantastic. You both look absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
You're both doing such beautiful work. Let's dive straight into this because I know we don't have a lot of time and I'm keen to learn. So firstly, what's going on here? What sort of beads are we actually using here? Are they specific beads?
Yes, there are specific beads. This one here is 11-0.
Okay.
The size is smaller. Then this one is 8-0. In Monkey Bees, we're using 8-0. So she's going to show you. She's doing a coaster there.
So that's a little bit easier to work with because it's slightly bigger, right?
Slightly bigger.
Okay,
yes.
okay. Moipane, what are we doing? How do we start this thing?
As you can see, I don't know if you can. Okay. Yeah. There's a few designs on the beads.
Yeah, I see that, yeah.
As you can see there, the other one has a house, and the
What's
other
this?
one is a bird. Is a bird.
Ah,
Turn
little
it
chubby
around, then you
bird. I see,
yes.
so. Okay, cool. I'm sure the cameras can see that. And obviously this beautiful sort of portrait representation here, which I absolutely love. This, for me, is showing the artistry in this. Is it a... Ah, okay, so just so I can show the camera, because it's starting to make sense to me now. As you can see, you start off on one line and you kind of go across and then you move up and then you come back.
Yes.
Bead by bead, you start working it through. And I don't know if you can work and show the camera at the same time, but it's really interesting how this technique actually comes together. Pay attention to this, Mzansi. So you want to take me through how you weave these beads together?
Okay, as you can see here, I'm starting the feet.
The feet, okay, I see
and
that,
I'm
yeah.
on a dress now.
Oh, that's the green part of it. Okay,
you can see
okay.
the black one is the feet.
Yes.
The green one is the dress. Now I'm going up, then.
And the dress gets narrow at the waist
This
as
is
well.
a woman.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Yes,
I got
as you can see. And then what I'm doing here, I take 3 beads. I'll show you. I take 3 beads.
Okay.
Like this.
So busy popping the beads.
Yes, one by one.
Ah, okay.
Then I
see
put
that?
it like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
in the needle. What I'm doing, I put it through there.
It's like a weaving.
Yes, it's like a weaving. I put it through the thread and pull it, then go back again on the other side, not from that side that I went before. Then I pull it now. You see how tight it
Okay,
is?
so you went once through, tied it into the weave, and then back around it again, kind of just to make sure that it stays in place.
Yes,
All
that's,
right.
that's how it is.
And I noticed you went with like 3 beads at once, so you don't do one at a time in each layer. You can sometimes go 3 up, 4 up, depending on the structure or the shape.
Sometimes you use 1 or 2 or 3, but I decided to take 3 at the moment because that's what I like. It gets bigger quickly.
Okay, I get you. Maybe when it comes to advice, so anyone that maybe wanted to start this on their own, what sort of advice do you have, and where should they maybe go to even try learn this? Should they just reach out to you?
Yes. Yes. Actually, there's sometimes we have like more orders. Then I collect, I know, like based in Kailisha, then I go to different craft market that I know the people that I'm working with. If maybe we have too much order, then I'm able to share with them so that they make. And as well, this one is really consuming time for doing this technique.
Yes.
Actually, we do like a beaded bracelet. This is one when we go maybe to the workshop, we show people. That one is easy to do. So
Okay.
this one really, I don't
This is really hard.
This is very hard. It's a time consuming, you can see.
Absolutely amazing. Well, ladies, I want to thank you so much. Really, you are shedding light on something that I think our entire country needs to know about. Number 2, the fact that you've created this organization, Monkey Biz, it is incredible. This NPO is doing so much work. So, Mzansi, get involved, sponsor, organize,
recognize and see how you can assist this incredible movement. They are teaching, empowering, and providing jobs, but at the same time, this is art, representing our country in one of the most unique ways possible. Ladies, thank you so much, and I look forward to more of the magic that you create.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Oh, beautiful.
Right, I'm going to explore some more of our heritage right now. Oh, that is my happy place. But of course, if you've got beautiful meat, you need to treat it with care. And Tramontina offers a range of chef and steak knives with stainless steel blades that allow everyone to enjoy a good braai with ease and kind of feel like a butcher and treat the meat with respect. That's what I'm going to do to our prime cut. Chef Clem is making a delicious picanha steak using some of his favorite knives from this range, available at Woolies. This is about as long as I'm allowed to stand here next to these sharp knives and this beautiful meat, because I have a history with sharp knives. So let's swap around here, my brother.
Okay.
I'm here to ably aid you, and I look forward to continuing my steak masterclass with you, brother. I've learned more about steaks and how to treat them. That's why you are my prime cut. You are. You're my ribeye, boy. You are my ribeye, okay?
I love
You
it.
could be my picanha. So let's start with, I mean, the knives are amazing.
Yes,
so maybe
they
let's
really
start
are.
there. What makes a good chef's knife?
So the most important thing I want to talk about, which is something that actually happened to me this weekend, I dropped a knife this weekend, and I've got photo evidence if you know.
Oh, gosh.
And it just shattered. Never have I ever. It just broke into doof and out. A proper chef knife.
Yeah.
A high-quality chef knife.
Wow.
And that happened.
So
Here's
that
the
speaks
thing,
to the
right?
tempering, yeah?
It did. But you know why that happened? Because I wasn't using my Tramontina. True story. The stainless steel quality of these knives is phenomenal. When I was a young student, when you and I first met, back in 2010, I got a set of Tramontina knives. And I still have my Tramontina knives today, and they are still lank sharp.
Wow.
They are phenomenal. It's about the way that you hold the knife in your hand. The ergonomics of it gives you confidence. Like you feel like you can do anything in the kitchen with a knife like this.
And you only get one cut. You can't go back and fix it. So confidence, as much as we talk about this like it's a nice to have, it's essential. You've got to approach that first cut and that last cut with the same level of confidence, because you can't fix it.
You can't. Once it's cut, you can't uncut.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the picanha. And for the picanha, what I'm going to use first is picanha's got a beautiful, I'm going to put this here, don't watch your fingers.
Thank you.
Picanha's got a beautiful fat cap, and that's what we love about it. So what we do is we're going to use our, this is our boning knife, okay?
Okay.
And short handle, because we're going to do shorter strokes, right?
Okay.
More control over it.
So it's a bit more pivoted. You can do a little bit more there in terms of your maneuvering, okay?
Handle size is the same, but the blade is shorter, which means you've got more control of it. What you're doing is you're scoring into that fat, which is really important.
You're almost having to hold yourself back from going too deep there, because that is so sharp.
Exactly, it is so sharp. And the thing about a sharp knife, you know that saying, blunt knife is more dangerous than a sharp knife?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Absolutely true, because you're putting so much of your own body weight and effort into it, and that's when mistakes happen.
To which my wife rolls her eyes and says, no, Graham, a sharp knife is still really, really dangerous.
It's still really dangerous. But, okay, so we're scoring this fat because picanha has a very thick fat cap. You want to render out as much of that fat as possible. Now I'm so much in the knife.
Because that's flavor, yeah?
That's the flavor, and you want to get that out there. So by scoring the fat, it just helps render out
beautiful
the fat that you don't want in the meat. But what also happens is, as that fat drips, it hits the coals, and that smoke comes up, and that's where the flavor comes from.
What's
Let me
creating
actually, this is done. Let me put this on the side so long. I'll come back to you in a second. Single stroke. Single stroke.
How do you know? Where do you cut from?
So I like putting the heel of the knife closer to the part where I'm going to be, so I have the length of the knife to do the work. So then you go boom, 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 boom.
Just let the blade do its job.
There we go. That's a nice big one. That's for you, G.
Thank you, son.
Okay. There we go.
This is quite a clean cut. I mean, there is a little bit of marbling, but I'm understanding you've got to let that fat cap do its job. Because there isn't a huge amount of fat in the steak
No
itself.
intramuscular outside. So what I want you to do in one single swipe, I want you to put the heel there, give it a little pressure, and I want you to swipe it down and take that next cut off in one piece. There's your mark.
Thank you, sir.
Right there. One hand, one man, one knife, one swipe.
Wow. Ooh.
It's like...
With great power comes great responsibility, Graham.
There we go. So this is for, this is for Graham, Ryle, that's for me. That can be for Zoe. This can be for Carl. Okay. Now you've got your beautiful steaks, leftovers for the chef.
Can we put it in the fridge to keep it for him so I can make the joke again tomorrow, please?
Let's do that. This is a whole week's meal for young Carl. Don't you dare diss my friend. Okay.
I'm sorry. I love you, man.
Okay, cool. Salt, very important.
Most important.
I'm telling you, if you think it's too much salt, just add a little more. This is a thick cut of meat, right? And it can handle it. Plus it's going on the braai, that smoke. So what you do is from a height.
Yeah, bay it. Chef Clem, so you told me, you let me in on one of those little, I think it was only on like our 5th year of knowing each other where you trusted me with this knowledge, that the difference between a restaurant quality steak and the one you're making on the braai or on the griddle at home is the pre-salting and letting it rest pre. Like we know a post-rest is absolutely vital, but a pre, letting it oxidize, form that little kind of cap of delicious joy.
It's happening.
Look at that.
That little sheen, that shine, that's happening. Okay, so we've used our beautiful boning knife already, the meat knife. We've used the large
and
chef knife.
And now knowing the power of that blade and how easy it is to slice through the whole thing, I can understand when scoring the fat, having the smaller blade, just so that you don't overcommit to those slices, it really does help, because I'm that kind of guy. In my first cut, generally, I will cut the whole thing in half. And it's very easy to do with these knives.
It is. Soak your skewers before you pop them on the braai or on the pan, whatever. Makes a huge difference. They don't burn. I use the big metal skewers, and I'll do like a whole giant picanha on one big skewer at home and do it like that. What you can do now is you're going to kind of take your steak, fat side down, put your finger in the middle, give it a little pinch, like you're almost making a C.
Making them little hearts.
Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. You could have said C for Clem, but you know, hearts.
You can see I'm cooking with my 3-year-old daughter at the moment, so everything's heart or unicorn. Now you've turned the heart into a unicorn.
Give the steak a smile. There we go. Okay, cool.
Love you, baby.
The reason we're doing this, and we keep in the C, is we want to keep the fat going to one direction because we're going to render out that fat first.
Bless you.
Okay. So we're going to go fat side first. Once that fat...
I mean, I do this with my chops because I want the fat and I don't want the meat to be dry. So I'll often cook it through the fat first and then do it. It's a brilliant technique. Okay.
Watch this. I've got 5 seconds. Roasted red pepper.
5.
Olive oil.
4.
Cumin. Garlic, red wine vinegar, some mint, some coriander. But mix. There we go. This is your red pepper slaw. All you're going to do is take a beautiful spoon it over your beautiful picanhas. Slice that up. Don't forget to let the meat rest.
I would throw in a lot more chili and a lot more garlic and call it a chimichurri. Yeah. We can do these things because we're the braai master. Absolutely exquisite. I'm going to get one last smell of this amazing, picanha steak. This is what it's about. Invest in chef and steak knives that are resistant to impact and are high and obviously resistant to high temperatures, but made with high quality stainless steel blades that are dishwasher safe. That makes a big, was actually a question I was going to ask. Plus, get 10% off Tramontina knives between now and the 24th of September at Woolies Home. And it's available in-store, online, or on the app. And if the chef has been using them for his entire career, that is the only endorsement we need.
Yeah, we love you, Carl.
Oh, we love you. We do love you, Carl, man.
Of course, there's so much magic happening right now, and a reminder to not go anywhere because these two incredible souls are coming at you, giving you every reason to celebrate their performances and a whole lot more in just a bit. So, Mzazi, stick around. It's gonna get good.
Crouch, touch, but don't you dare pause. Because when you buy any of our favorite Clover products, keep the till slip handy and catch the Expresso Breakfast Show every weekday morning for more details on how to enter. While the Boks are battling for Rugby's greatest prize, you can win your share of 80,000 rands worth of Weber Braais. So engage and win with Rugby's greatest moments, brought to you with love by Clover.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Nadia is still here joining us. Give me 5. Booyah! Oh, yes. One more. Booyah! Joining us to do something absolutely special. Remember, we've got producer and philanthropist Mujahid George in the building.
Nadia too.
Talking,
Hi.
and Nadia's obviously here as well. She's got all the energy and excitement for this one. Why? Because we're raising awareness for an incredible cause. Mujahid, we were talking about more high fives. We're talking about this incredible event that's happening this weekend.
right,
Obviously,
that's right.
the fact that this incredible soul's also going to be there. You headlining at the event. Are you looking forward to it? Yeah, clearly she is. And also there's something really big happening. Apparently you're going to be the face of a... Clearly just wants to sing. Clearly Nadia just wants to be a part of the show as well. I can see your excitement and stuff. But I also believe that you're going to be a big face of Down syndrome in general. That's a huge honor, right? Especially the fact that you're looking so good, yeah? Yes?
She is very, very excited about it, and hopes and her dreams are to be the face of the Down syndrome community, because people look at them in a different light. You know, people are looking at Down syndrome kids and staring and not understanding that they are part of who we are.
Yeah, they
so
are.
we've got to make people understand that there's a level of respect that needs to come their way as any other human being. So that's our ambition.
That is our yes.
I can sing that song.
I know you can sing, Nadia, and that's why we're all going to get everybody in Mzansi anticipated and hyped for the fact that she's going to be at that main event. So Mzansi, if you want to see more of Nadia, then you definitely want to get your tickets for this. But for now, though, we're going to set the stage up high because, Mujahid is doing something special. He's going to be performing a song like no other. This is Nusa Ndoma. It is power. It is everything we came for. And the stage is yours, brother. High fives all around. Nadia, let's go celebrate. Come with me. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The stage is yours, bro. You got to go. Come. We're going to watch it from this side. Let's go. Come.
Nessun dorma, tu pure principessa nella tua fredda stanza, guardi le stelle che tremano d'amore e di speranza. Ma il mio mistero è chiuso in me, il nome mio nessun saprà, no, solo la tua bocca lo dirò, quando la luce ed il mio bacio scioglierà il silenzio che ti fa mia.
That was absolute power. Mujahid coming through, showing us why you need to get involved in this incredible event happening, why you need to get your tickets and involve the entire family. Nadia standing by there. Nadia, give us a wave. Say what's up.
Superstar. Yeah, baby. Oh, man. I've been watching her, listening to Mujahid's sound checks and getting so emotionally
Yeah.
invested. I think she is the one person on the set more excited than you and I.
That's true.
About
I never thought it was possible.
And being able to connect. But we have been treated to something truly remarkable this morning. So from everybody who has weighed in on today's show, it's been organic, it's been crazy, it's been wonderful, and it has been amazing. So thank you so much to all of you. Can we get one big resounding round of applause for all of our contributors today? You guys are amazing. I think we might have to play out with one more song.
I think we might, and of course, not forgetting that it is Heritage Month. It's the weekend that's almost here. Yes, it's only Wednesday, but we almost wrap straight into it. So, Mzansi, let's celebrate, let's enjoy all the magic that we've been blessed with and the beauty all around us.
Another feel-good production.
Yes, Mzansi, welcome to it. It is your live digital edition of the Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on YouTube, Facebook, and all the other platforms that are broadcasting us around the world. Welcome to it. If you missed the show this morning, shame on you. You missed an absolute banger. We had Mujahid and Nadia serving and entertaining us, talking about an incredible show happening that you need to get involved in. And man, the guy just came through with absolute stunners. Bro, you hit the bar on every single song.
Thank
it was
you so
absolutely
much,
amazing.
man. Thank you so much.
And I think this is really what culminates into this event. You're bringing a lot of incredible friends here, like you
I do.
mentioned. And Nadia's also going to be there. Nadia, how was your time in the show? Did you have fun?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to be shy now. You can be excited. And you said you wanted to be here. You said you also... Yes, yes, yes.
I want to sing a song.
You want to sing a song? Whoa. What song would you sing if you could
A
sing?
whole new world.
Okay, why not? Let's just do it. Do you want to try something? Can we play a quick little A Whole New World? I'll even join you for this one. Let's have some fun, Mzansi. You want to do this, Ben? Should we go crazy? Let's try. Okay, Nadia, you ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. All right. 3, 2, 1. This is your moment. Yes.
There we go. A new fantastic point of view.
Now where the
Wow! Oh yeah, that was absolutely magic. Clearly, you have every reason to get involved in this one. That was amazing.
I want to sing the other song.
Okay. You just wanna sing everything right now. Okay, one more song. Let's
go.
Promise me one more song. You keen? You excited? What song you want to sing? This is your moment. Anything you want.
I want to sing, I'm in buy some flowers.
Now come.
Okay, you want to buy me some flowers? Okay, cool. Ben, you guys ready for this one? You can do it? Okay, you got to get behind the mic, hey?
What is your
Okay, let's have some fun over here. Let's have one more song from Nadia, and then we're going to get into the good stuff. You ready, Nadia? Stage is yours.
Here we go.
What on you?
Son.
Talk to myself for hours.
Yeah.
I don't understand. How I say and I'm my recognize your dog.
You can.
I am at the better. I am at the better.
you. You are awesome. Take a bow from Zanzi.
No.
Yeah, why not? Too easy for you, too good. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to carry on with the magic right now. Mujahid's over here. Nadia's going to have some fun. And we've got another number. Yes!
Can we get some hands going? Call you when I need you. My heart's on fire. Said you come to me wide and wide. Then you come to me, give me everything I need. Said you give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Hey! Speak a language of love like you know what it's me. Did I keep me wrong? Take my heart and make it strong, baby. Sing, you're simply the best, and yeah. You better than all the rest. You better than anyone, baby. Than anyone I've ever been. Now I am stuck on your heart, yeah. You hang on every word you say. You tear us apart. No, baby, I would rather be dead. Yes. Each time you leave me, I start losing control. Now you're walking away with my heart and my soul. 'Cause I can feel it even when I'm alone. Oh, baby, don't let go. No, 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 no. No, 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 I'm stuck on your heart, yeah. You hang on every word you say. Yeah, you tear us apart. Baby, I would rather be there. Yeah, you're the best.
Got you, bro. Absolute magic stuff. Thank you so much. Having so much right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. One last time, Mujahid, how do we get tickets? How do we get involved in the event?
So please WhatsApp the number. It is 083-220-9077, and we cannot wait to see all of you there. Thank you
We'll
so
see you all
much.
there. Mzansi, thank you for joining us on live. We'll carry on having fun here. You have fun for this year day. We love you. See you in the morning.